KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day.
Not getting any audio here. Bad for you getting audio. It's going live on YouTube. It's audio on YouTube.
Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 MHz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before we get to the live broadcast, let us see what's on the Polyester Blend Network and KTRD schedule tonight. Got no time for that. Got no time for that business. It's one of those nights. One of those nights. I kept my cool. I didn't get super angry because I knew I could do it because I believe in myself. That's 2023, Ryan. I'm not going to doubt myself no more. I'm not going to doubt what this show is, what my Husky boys are, what the Polyheads are. I'm not going to doubt it. I'm going to believe in it. Because it's Polyester Blend Live on a Monday. Oh, sure.
It's so weird not hearing the background.
Wait, what's the matter?
Oh, it just sounds like a thought with nothing.
Yeah, I can't hear the music either, so
It sounds like the strangest thing without like the music in the background.
Hold on, gentlemen.
It's happening. The viewers, the hordes at home can hear the effects.
I apologize for nothing.
So you guys can't hear that?
I can hear that, but it sounds like it's in the room, not through my band.
That's all right. Things got fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Things got fucked up. So we're gonna go output, input. That's right. That's what we want. That's what we want. How about that, gentlemen? Gentlemen, is that better? Or worse? Better or worse, gentlemen?
Nada. Not a syrup.
That sucked. We got that right. We got that right. We got that right. People, there was massive failure. Massive failure. Everything was a mess. Everything was a mess. But that's okay. Because we fight. We fight through it. We're not going to sit on our laurels. People are gonna throw shit. It's so weird. I wonder why you guys are not hearing. I mean, there is original sound for musicians off.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, God, I felt like I was in a show for a second there. Now I'm like,
it was a noise. It's a Zoom update because that's the thing with computers. They're updating constantly. Just leave it. 98 Windows. That's all I need. Okay? Capiche? My name's Ryan Schlegel. I am on the verge of a heart attack, but he is the ticking heartbeat of Polyester Blend. He is the podfather. He is so incredibly high on life. He's my good friend, Clayton Scribner. Are you with me?
Man, I am just drinking my bubbly, sparkling water.
Healthy.
And just enjoying the journey, you know, what it takes to get this thing off the ground. Sometimes it's like the spruce goose, you know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I agree. It is like the spruce goose.
I mean, the original schlubby aircraft metaphor, dude.
We are the spruce. We're the unloose belt goose. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that would work there. But listen, we're working off of free software here, okay? And sometimes
is there anything worse than putting on a belt and you're like, oh, that's going down a notch. That's going up a notch.
Oh man, okay. I'm so
we
glad
need
you said
belt,
that. Well, what we do, I mean, first of all, coming from the capital of tight belts, not San Diego. San Diego's actually pretty good to go with loose belts. A lot of svelte people down there. But his house,
svelte belts.
His house in Southern California is the capital of tight, extra notch belts of California. He's our Ed McMahon. Ryan Bradford, are you with us?
Hello. Have you ever had to put new holes in your belt?
Oh God! Come on, what are we doing here?
To accommodate your girth, your husky girth.
My husky girth. I mean, let's.
No, you just run out of notches. The new notches you got to do when you're de-schlubbing. Have you ever just you just run out of notches? Nothing's worse than that. That's like, it's game over, pal.
Listen.
Time to put that belt. Put that
belt out of pasture.
Listen.
Or just put it in the storage where you keep your size 32 pants. You know
Listen, I'm not humming at marine weight. Okay? I'm not humming at triathlon perfection. I think I'm more bone than meat with my ass, okay? I got a lot of working out to do. Okay? So when it comes to a belt that needs to be extra hold,
belt watch.
I'm your guy.
All right, Schlaggers.
You hear what I'm saying? You see what I'm laying down?
I hear what you're saying.
I had a moment today where I was like, I'm gonna put on this shirt. This was always a shirt that was too big for me. Okay, I was like, I'm gonna put this shirt on today. It's a big shirt. It's not a big shirt anymore.
Was it a regular size shirt now?
It's a tight one. It was a
tight shirt.
Put for another day. Put for another day. There's the fantasy of a better.
Do you have items in your closet that you're afraid to put on because?
Oh, I've got the nervous section.
Yeah, the nervous. Because you don't want to know. You don't want to know how they fit anymore.
These clothes make me nervous.
Yeah. I don't want to face the reality of putting on that sweatshirt, that hoodie.
It's true. The reality would destroy you. The nervous section. It's like the nervous system, but part of the closet.
Section. These pants, they make them nervous.
Nervous section. Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. And it doesn't help. I saw this the other day. Speaking of getting svelte, I mean, Clay, you're free at the moment. You're totally free. But this made me think of us.
Free of what?
Well, because you're like, you're in a sobriety month. You're having a nice moment. You're just keeping it clean.
By its very nature, has a de-schlubbing effect.
But this video comes. I mean, this is my future. But this news, I don't know if you saw this week, but the Canada, the country. Have you heard of this country? Have you heard of this?
I've heard of the Canada.
Canada recently put out guidelines saying no more than 2 drinks a day is just purely unhealthy. Now, I think most of us probably knew that. But
wait. No more than
2 drinks.
You've got to have at least 2 drinks?
You don't have to have it, but if you have more than 2.
Oh, okay.
This guy is our new mascot. Let's check it out.
What did you buy today?
I bought 6 Busch Light, 6 Bud Light, and I love them, tall boys.
Tall boys? How much would you drink a day?
Well, what day? Regular day, I don't know, maybe a couple beers, depends. Weekends, maybe, 5 beer. 2 drinks a week.
5 beer.
5 beer.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's just not feasible, not in this country. Come on, man, 2 drinks a week, what's that going to do for
2
you?
drinks a week?
I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. A reasonable amount, if you're at home, maybe have like 4 beer. Yeah. That's just, that's just 2 more. I mean, I'll have 6, but 4 is a fair number. But there shouldn't even be guidelines anyway. Why are you going to tell me how much I can drink at home?
Well, I guess the idea is, would you be concerned that you're at a higher health risk if you're drinking too much?
No. That's the main point here is why are they telling me what I can drink at home? What, can I have 2 liters of pop? Can I have 2 liters of
He's
pop?
missing the point.
Well,
Yeah, that's
what's
cool.
more healthy, 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do them.
I think it's a valid
Yes.
point.
I think
Say
it's
at
got-
least
No,
one.
very, very valid point.
Yeah.
Thing that this information about the new guidelines isn't going to change your life.
It's heartbreaking, and I can't even believe it. Rock and roll!
Yes, that is the way to end that news segment.
Wait, it's not over, gentlemen. It's not over.
Not
Rock and roll!
Wait,
Oh, wait a minute.
wait. Take note. Take note.
You can't handle the tooth.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord Almighty. Okay, well,
We're gonna have to clip
I wanna-
that. We're gonna have to clip that one. That's for sure. That's a clipper. That's a clipper.
I wanna hang out with that guy. I
Get him on the
think he
ship.
makes salient points, and I think he's very funny.
You're gonna have
Witty
a
and
minimum.
funny.
You're gonna have a minimum of 6 beers. Sounds like a great time to me. I want to hang out with this guy.
6 beer, 5 beer, 5 beer.
5 beer. I love the man.
Rock and roll!
He's got a nervous section in his boudoir.
Oh yeah. I think his whole body's a nervous section, just like mine.
Not when he's had 4 or 5 beer.
Well, I mean, what happened to that tooth? I don't know why something happened there. People.
It sounds like you can't handle it.
I
You can't handle it.
Can't handle the tooth.
I love it.
I love him so much, and I love all of you for being here. People, it's Polyester Blend. We're way behind, all right? Technical difficulties, sorted it out. I feel very confident it will not be repeated. Knock on wood, right. We've heard that before. But I feel very confident we'll be back on schedule. Because, again, the goal for 2023 is to be on time. We always want to be on time. But we persevere, okay? Because that's what we do, okay? Capiche? We're going to be always doing this because we believe in you and we love that you're here. So thanks for taking the time tonight for being here. We got tons of Polyester Blend, lots of fun stuff. Clay, did you or not get in your shop? True or
Shop
false?
submitted, brother.
Yes. All right. We got shop tonight. We got quiz tonight. Ryan, we got Comics Corner.
We do.
We got a full
We
boat.
do indeed.
We got a full boat. We cannot be dilly-dallying around here. Ready to play. Ready to
We're
play.
70 minutes behind. Let's rock and roll.
We must get going. Don't forget Ryan and Clay. We do have, thankfully now, the timer is in place. We do have the timer. So we're going to be making
I'm
sure
sure
the
that's
time.
going to be a great success.
We're going to keep a timer going, people. We got to get right into it. It's time to get into some hyper-local news because this is, of course, a hyper-local show broadcasting out in the Hastings Dip in the West Desert. It's time for a little bit of thing we call Point of. It's time for a little thing called Point of. Order. Where'd you go? Come on, come back. Order. Point of order. We give our 2 cents on some of the things happening around the state of Utah. A lot to get to. I might take out some of these, but Clay,
Yup.
first thing. We have been following, of course, Polyester Blend for some time now. Has been following the business of the Utah state flag. Is this true or false, Clay? True or false?
We've been on it since the beginning.
Goddamn right, Clay. We've been on it.
We're a flag-oriented show.
We are a very flag-heavy oriented show, and we've been doing that for some time now. Where did I put that? I mean, Clay, we went through that. We did a whole ranking system. One of my favorite episodes, frankly, is when we went through all the flags, ranked them, had a whole bracket system. It was a goof. We were having a hoot and a half. We eventually came up with our selection. I'm just trying to find it right now so the people can know the people's flag is what we did, right? We're the one, we finally came up with ours. Oh, I can't find the OG. Well, maybe I put it over here. But Clay, we came up with oh, here it is. So Clay, this is our flag. Remember, of course, the keep on trucking. Utah Slamming Sixers since 1896, sir. And the
Rock and roll.
The rock and roll. And of course, the pants are the arch.
Believe it. Rock and roll.
The pants are the arch, and that's our flag. That's what we ended up coming up with. But Clay, of course, they are moving through with the Utah state flag, trying to get it past the legal stuff. But we passed this around. There was a little bit of a flyer going around up at the state because the state legislature is in session. So we're going to have a lot to talk to over the next little bit here about this. But Ryan, you wouldn't have seen this. This was going around up at the state capitol So on the left is the new proposed flag, and on the right is the old flag, and someone is passing this around. Wall of shame! State representatives voting for a new woke flag. And then on the right, state reps voting for our historic flag. Notice, total piece of shit. Hall of Fame member Phil Lyman is up at the top on the right. A lot of the miscreants are over there. But they chose this one, right, Clay? I mean, this was a flag the state legislature more or less chose or is picking, and we're bringing wokeness.
The people in charge. I'm not quite sure how the decision making is structured, but the people that were tasked with picking the flag, and it did involve a lot of Utah state legislators,
right,
came up with the design that they wanted to put in front of the greater body, and it looks like it's so crazy how much effort went into the creation of the flag, and I don't know the current status. I don't follow the legislature that closely.
God bless.
It's got to go through committees. It's got to make its way up the hill. It's got to be read to the House, read to the Senate, and passed through and signed by the governor. That's your Schoolhouse Rock's version of the way this stuff works. But anytime I see something where a Hall of Patriots is coming out against it, it makes me nervous, especially with some of the names on that list. Known well. Some of them known well, some of them new to the scene, which are, I see a person there, the third bullet point, we got his eye on that guy.
Trev Lee. He is, of course, very much on a total piece of shit. He's on Shit Watch, as we know. Trevor Lee, the new Shit Watch, of course, right there.
But the Hall of Patriots. I just think it's crazy. I guess it's not great. Anything's possible when it comes to the legislature, but we're gonna really make this like a culture war issue.
Ryan, do you get a sense of wokeness with the new flag? Remind you, I think made it pretty far, but not all the way in our bracket system. Ryan, do you get a sense of wokeness with the new flag?
Obviously, it's woke. I don't even know what that means.
I know, right? Someone pointed out maybe it's the star that's a representative.
It's the inclusivity of the design. Yeah. It's the way we try to include. It tries to include the snow, the red rocks, the blue of the lake, and then the tribal representation with the star. This is woke. It just screams woke to me.
Heaven forbid we include the tribes, finally. And all we're doing is putting a little star. We're not including that much, but we're doing something. I mean, heaven forbid. Ordah, move on. We must move on. The next one,
anything can be used as a weapon of the culture war. That's what you're learning there.
Yes, absolutely. We say Ordah to that. This next one, Clay, I don't know if you saw this, was popped up on SLC Reddit, posted by pointy_finger, kind of like what we do during Point of Order. This is a speech. We're not going to play the whole thing, but spreading awareness how Southern Utah is doing on water. The Ivins mayor has been doing a fantastic job and knows Washington County is running out of water, but the other mayors are not convinced. This is a speech given by the Ivins mayor, just a little bit of it.
There's good cause to be concerned about water. We are running out. Actually, in this county, we've run out of water 3 or 4 times in the past, going clear back into the 1960s. But there was always a solution because we hadn't fully developed the sources of water. That's coming to an end.
So, I mean, he's being fucking frank. I love it. A mayor outside of Salt Lake City, outside of Ogden, outside of West Valley, outside of Moab, these places that are normally pointing out the environmental concerns of Utah. But having someone in Washington County point out the scarcity of water in a ever-growing community of Washington County and in the great area, and I believe you might.
Well, Ivins is the most woke municipality.
Right, they voted for the flag.
Everybody knows that.
They're in the Hall of Shame, the Wall of Shame,
the Wall of Shame,
the Wall of Shame down there in Ivins. But I mean, Clay, it's that kind of thing of like, hey, we got to do something, and just this denial going on. But just glad that at least there's someone talking about it down there, because as a man who's, this is not in the Mojave, but Mojave adjacent, a man from Vegas, they're speaking truth about water in southern Utah, Colorado Basin.
Well, that's cool to see people still talking about it. I was afraid that with the snow year we've had, that the drought would be declared over by resolution by the Utah State Legislature, where you wouldn't be able to talk about it. So
that's the concern. That's a great point, Clay. Is that the second I saw that we were having great snow, thank God. Is that
it's been awesome.
But we need like 5, 8, 10 years of that to even think about feeling better.
We can't have such nuanced things, Ryan.
Yeah, can't have
too nuanced. It's snowing outside. You know what I'm saying.
100%. Ryan Bradford, though, out there.
Are you guys catching snow in your buckets? Are you doing some bucket water thing?
No, I'm not capturing water in a bucket.
I'm letting that go all out to the Great Salt Lake.
Yeah, let it go, baby. Let it go. Needs to end up there.
Selfless to the end.
Ryan, what's the situation? What's the situation down there in San Diego? Are you feeling is water a concern out there, or you're like, no, the waves are good? What are we doing?
I mean, waves are king size. We're having a king's tide year. I'm not a surfer. I've only been surfing once, but my buddy, co-teacher, he says that the waves right now are the best that's happened in 17, 15 years.
Excuse me. We've got breaking news out of San Diego. Our sister city in Polyester Blend. The waves are beautiful. Wax up them boards. Get your skinny on there. Take your old Woody car, right? Do people still have Woody cars?
Yeah, I think so.
You got your Jimmy Z car?
I mean, it's been a wet winter. It's been a very cold winter in San Diego. I mean, not by Utah Salt Lake standards, but we've had a lot of cool temperatures and rain.
There's Ryan and his best buddies down in San Diego. They're all going out. Ryan's on the very right.
Oh.
Sucking in the git.
Wearing my bikini.
But you're heading out there. You're having some way. There's the surfies.
And there's my Woody.
I mean, the wood doesn't. The ocean breeze can't. That moisture can't be good on the wood. Got to lacquer that up. But Ryan, I mean, Santa Barbara, right?
I mean, I'll send you guys video later of the waves just demolishing. I mean, not demolishing, but coming up on Mission Beach. I don't know if you've been to Mission Beach here in San Diego, but they're flooding vacation rentals. The waves are coming up, and they're ruining a lot of Airbnbs.
Excuse me. This is just devastating news when I'm hearing. I think you did take me to Mission Beach. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I think this is where I might have stayed for your wedding. True or false? Don't know.
Very close. Very close.
Okay. Seems familiar. Anyway, Ordah.
You know what happens when your Airbnb floods, right? You got to log on to vrboshit.com.
Oh, BO shit. That's what you do when you're in 5th grade and your teacher tells you to start wearing deodorant very surreptitiously.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
VRBO shit.
I'm dealing with that now. My son's obsessed with the concept of deodorant, and I'm like, I remember how traumatic it was in the 5th grade when my art teacher was like, you gotta.
Ryan, do you have
why does the art teacher have to tell me about where are my parents at?
Yeah, parents have given up. They're like, you're free.
The parents are like, let the teachers do it.
Free roaming child you were back.
It'll toughen him up when he gets publicly shamed.
Man, teens are stinky. They're stinky things.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. It's absolutely true.
It was in 5th grade when my pits really started putting in their hours. You know what I'm saying?
Ryan, take these teens down to the beach, Mission Beach. Let the waves hit them pits. Clear it out. Let that salt water just take away that BO. Put it out in the ocean.
A nice crusty layer of salt that keeps the smell in.
People, order up some of that. We must continue on. Thank you, Ivans Mayor, for this one. Clay, I came out today. I just had to bring it up here. Did you have time to read this article at all? Utah plans to sue.
I actually did. I read that entire article.
I found it. Let me know if you feel otherwise, but my interpretation of the article is such. Governor Cox and total piece of shit Hall of Famer Attorney General Sean Reyes being like, we must protect the kids. We must protect them from this social media, from the harm it's doing. And that harm is bad. And what we don't want for kids is bad harm. And then people are like, but what's the issue? Like, what are you specifically going? And they're like, harm against kids. That's
they
what
were
we're
targeting
against.
the algorithmic kind of model of social media. Like, I gotta think TikTok is a huge example of this, where it's like the feed is designed for you not to put it down, and you know, I guess you would ban that type of model for your social media. But once again, this kind of ties into our BO conversation, which is I thought we were supposed to rely on parents, like should raise awareness, but like sue.
Well, right, and it's
I don't know, man.
And it's always so funny whenever the Utah State, the Republicans, all of a sudden are like, well, we should have government intervene. It's like, wait a minute, aren't you the party that always hates government intervening, but now you want government to intervene? Again, I'm for government helping people, but they seem to pick and choose when they want to have government enforcement. You see what I'm saying, Clay?
So it has been, and so it is, man.
They're saying no. Get that away from
I mean, look at all the doctors on that prescribing. So I'm sure I haven't looked at all your point of orders, but I'm assuming we're probably going to go into some of the more nightmarish things that are on the Hill right now, as far as trans youth, and going after the most. Some of the most vulnerable people that we call neighbors. So
yes,
it's weird. Priorities are skewed, man. Priorities are weird.
Weird people, weird stuff.
I gotta think it. I started with the culture war when we started this broadcast, and no place do you see the culture war play out in a more perplexing way than every year on our Hill.
It's a nightmare, but I can't not look away. I mean, again, we do the show clearly we're people who are interested in this stuff. I mean, I think, most of us are, and who watch the show, but like, it is just insane every year. And the trans bill, yes, it's horrific, disgusting, disgrazie to them is what we say in the form of Tim Heidecker.
Not just one, several, but yeah.
But they worry about this stuff. And then Clay, moving to the next story, plastic surgeon injecting kids with saline instead of COVID vaccine. Feds allege this is Utah plastic surgeon and 3 of his associates are facing federal charges for a year-long scheme in which they allegedly squirted about 2,000 vaccine doses down the drain, sold falsified vaccination cards for $50 each, and tricked kids into thinking they were getting the COVID-19 by injecting them with saline, collectively 391 times. I mean, there's evil, and then there's this kind of shit, man. Right? Like,
that was going down in Midvale?
Right.
Jeez.
Now, God bless Midvale.
Expect that kind of madness out of some of the other pockets of our community, but Midvale, come on.
I also don't understand
But yeah, that sounds like a pretty dastardly scheme.
But is it just to get them away from because they have the vaccine, they're wasting it. It's one thing if you just have like saline and you're like, this is the vaccine, but they had it and they're wasting it. I don't understand that part of the situation there. Maybe they're just straight up anti-vaxxers, but either way, Ordah.
I'm assuming there's an anti-vax pro-Botox thing happening there.
Yeah, absolutely. Ordah. We move on. This
2,000 doses. Jeez.
It's disgraceful. The next one, Clay, this one, speaking of disgraceful, the ever horrific, sad vegetable eating Proud Boys. Look, Mom, I ate my vegetables. I'm a Proud Boy. The Proud Boys protests all ages drag show at T-Zanti. We've talked about this before, but
T-Zanti, Sugar House's own T-Zanti.
T-Zanti puts on this wonderful all ages drag show. It's been a positive thing for the community. You watched the video that went viral several months ago in which there was a kid just expressing themselves and having a great time. But of course, can't be doing this at a drag show. And so ever since then, T-Zanti has been bombarded with protests and threats and all this stuff. And then recently, last Friday night, because what else are these guys going to do on a Friday night? Maroon, what else are they going to do but take out their big old guts, and rest a big old AR-15, some 9mm out on the sidewalk, and just have a general sense of annoying, like outside, just an evil presence, evil. And they just sit there and make people feel uncomfortable, and intimidate a tea shop for tea.
Yeah, it pretty much sucks. The people that are, the targets of, once again, with lack of a better term, the targets of our culture war, or the guns of our culture war, are like pointed straight at our most vulnerable, some of our most marginalized people, dude. It's not cool. And we feel the need to cart our cargo pants over to what is their deal with the yellow beanies? It's just weird. What are you doing? Isn't there like some WWE on Friday nights? There used to be WWE on Friday nights to keep these people at home.
Right. The state needs to start sponsoring more wrestling. Get these people indoors. Keep them away from children. This is just some pathetic business going on. Now, what did I do on Friday? Played a little friendly game of poker with my good friend Clay over at his house. Yeah. We spent our time. We took ourselves away from the public. We knew we're no good for the public. We took ourselves away from it. Hit us indoors. That's what these people need to do. Go watch their wrestling. Go clean their beanies. And they all hide their faces besides this chunker. This is a very large. God bless them. The same thing. But in these boots, they're probably the cleanest boots you've ever seen. Never been walked on. Could you imagine they get out of their what are they getting out of? Maybe a Ford F1, like an old Ford F-150, and they just walk over. That's the most these boots have been used. Ryan, your thoughts? Were you there, Tizante, with your Proud Boys?
Ryan. No, I was not. I was not at Tizante.
Okay, all right. Well, thank God bless. You should have been at Tizante supporting them. Getting that tea, letting them know that they're welcome, and we're proud to have Tizante in our community. We're not proud of these. We're not. You know what I tell you? We're not proud of them boys. Get them out of here. Ordah. The next thing, we'll get to that one in once. Actually, we're ready to get to that one. People, the final story here in Point of Ordah before we go to our first. We're gonna do a one song break. We'll play Clay's, and then we're gonna come back with sports roundup. I don't know if you have an insight, and we'll go right into a
conversation. I've got a very brief insight. I've got a lightning round, sports round.
Okay, we're going to do one song. We're going to do your song, come back and do that. But this two stories, final stories, people, we always do a story based on the city, the county in which the city of Utah City's quiz, which will be coming up later on tonight. That city happens to be in Sanpete County. We do a story from it. This is a positive one. I hope it works out well for this person, but apparently the first history has been made in Sanpete County with a trans woman makes history in Sanpete County with gender change. The first legal request to change genders in Sanpete County has happened. What was this story? January 14th. So just this month, the first time. Records as early as 1992 in Utah's court system show only one other person. I guess one other person has made this request. In 2015, that person's petition was denied. It was the same person, I think. So, So it just, I hope it goes through. I hope this person gets legally what they need to feel okay and be a part of the community and get what they need to feel comfortable in this world. And I say kudos to them for fighting for their rights, and I hope it goes through. Progress. It is crazy to think, but yeah, the first one in Sanpete County, Clayton Scribner.
Cool story, man.
Good one. Feels
cool
good.
Story.
Feels good. I hope it goes through.
I hope it works out.
And I hope it works out for him. And then the final one, though, we are keeping an eye. Ryan, any thoughts on that? Ryan, I know you're
big Sanpete fan. My grandpa lived in Manti. That makes me happy.
Yes.
I'm glad that Sanpete's a weird place, man.
It's absolutely.
There's a bunch of hoarders, bunch of preppers, end of the worlders down there. So shake things up.
But then also there's that school and the university. So you've got this interesting pocket of people from outside of Sanpete County existing in Sanpete County, and then a lot of cool history, and then the art, Spring City,
Yep.
the arts community. There's cool pockets, and Manta is weird and wonderful. And have you ever gone to the what's it called, the museum down there for the Rat Fink Museum?
I have not, but Ryan Bradford was the first one. Yeah, to let
I
me
have
know.
met Ed Big Daddy Roth when I was very young.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Yeah, his widow had well, at least back when I worked in the tourism industry, she was trying to open up his collection to the public in Sanpete County. It was like insane. Everything he's ever owned.
That's unbelievable. Well, we hope this works out well, better than the stupid Utah State Legislature trying to fight trans rights. We hope this goes through, and more power to the trans community. Finally, more power to our ongoing collective story here on Polyester Blend. We're keeping an eye, of course, on Jay Noyce, named Chief Financial Officer at Cassville Hospital. Jay, I can't have you fuck up these finances, Jay. Jay, don't. We're keeping an eye. If you red book this, you do anything nefarious, Polyester Blend, we're watching you every week, Jay. We're watching you, Jay. So just keep up the good work, Jay. Okay? I'm hearing good things, but we hear bad things. We're coming after you. Okay, Jay? Thank you, Jay, for your time. People, Polyester Blend has tons to do here. Tons to do. We're going to get back. We've got a big story. Big story broke this week, Ryan. I doubt you heard about it. We got to talk about it. I think it'll be covered in Sports Roundup. Big story. As well as we get a little insight and Ryan's Comics Corner coming up, as well as a You Shop, bro. I mean, lots of fun stuff here. We're going to cram it in here as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Ready to play. 23 minutes. 23 minutes for what we just did there. I will now reset the clock. But people...
That's acceptable.
That's acceptable.
That's acceptable for...
See, this is the point. The Husky Boys talked, and we're going to keep an eye on times. That's why I have the timer. But, people, I was thinking about this. You know why? I was thinking about TV themes. You know why I was thinking about this? Because the hit 80s show Night Court has received a reboot on NBC. And
there's a reboot happening.
And it made me think one of my favorite themes of all time. How's
Marky Post looking?
Marky's gone. I'm sorry to say, buddy.
How's John Larroquette looking?
He's like the only one returning. But
Marky Post is not in.
No, Marky Post is dead, bud.
Damn. No, really? I knew.
I think everyone who was
the judge is dead.
Everyone who's conscious in the 80s all had a crush on Marky Post, and sadly, she has passed. She's no longer
Something
with
like
us.
that. I didn't know that. How did we not mark that in our...
Well, it was I think it was before we did Polyester Blend, so I think
2020, 2021, dude.
No, we missed.
We sleeping on the job on that.
I am sorry.
News. Rest in peace, Marky Post.
Marky Post, we love you, Marky. R.I.P. One of the best. One of the best. But anyway, in honor of Night Court being rebooted, I love the theme, and I was like, why don't let's get off the train of our normal music and let's do TV themes. Their music. This is a mix of music and goofs and all that. So I thought, why don't we do some TV themes, our favorite TV themes? We're going to do a one song segment here.
You should do mine.
Yeah, do too.
Also, because it's like,
I see what you're saying. They're really, yeah, you're right. I got to think.
They're very short.
You're right. Absolutely.
And also, like, speaking of the 80s, really hard during these picks to like navigate out of the 80s, just because it was such a golden age of badass poly blend type, like songs that would be on the blend.
Amen. Amen.
Like there was great 70s, 60s have great theme songs too, and like some of this stuff happening on some of our platforms is good too. And I have a current one, but like, dude, the 80s were just...
Amen. You're exactly right, Clay. You're always right. You're always right.
Always right.
You're always right. Cool. Clay, you've got a pick, and then Ryan, we are going to play yours because I see yours is only a minute long. Clay, what is your first choice for favorite TV themes?
Well, I was contemplating this. The 80s also had a phenomenon where, like, the opening / theme song was the best part of the show. What followed was pretty much garbage. Like, unless it was showing like the cool vehicle, car, helicopter, whatever was the featured hot mobile or vehicle of the show, like Dukes of Hazzard, Airwolf, Jake and the Fat Man, Spencer Ferrari, I don't know. But you go back, if you go back and try to watch the A-Team, dude, it's not good.
I have not revisited.
Not a good show.
And I'm a big fan of revisiting old shows.
These are not great this is not elite television.
Right. Not the golden age we're in now.
The budget was blown on the freaking helicopter when it comes to Airwolf.
And
that's my pick. The theme song to Airwolf.
And Clay, this is perfect. We're a hyper-local show. You know that intro was filmed in Valley of the Gods in Utah, my friend. That's right. The intro was filmed there. After that, we got Ryan's first entry for favorite TV themes. 2-song set, very short. We come back with Clayton Sports Roundup.
They just don't do Cold War mercenary TV shows like they used to.
Well, I wonder, I think it's because the Cold War is, the Cold War is over. So that's my first guess on why they're not doing that anymore. But is it? But hey, what's going on in Ukraine? People, Clay's first pick by Silvestri Levi. Here we go. Clayton's first pick, the theme to Airwolf. 2-song set. Very quick, though. We come right back. Thanks for being here. Polyester Blend. We love ya. Pauly Shore. Come on. Come on.
Go so hard.
Come on. Clay, you were probably too old for X-Men, right? The animated. There's no way Clay was watching that show. There's no way. That song rips.
So you're muted.
I'm sorry, I do not recognize that at all. No.
Oh my god! But did the hairs on your arm stand up when you heard it?
Or you're like, yeah.
Had some ups, that's for sure. What was that?
That was the X-Men.
Animated show theme song.
Yeah, so
You probably heard a lot of like shing and like like those were claws coming out.
Ryan, you did it.
Jets flying around.
That was really good,
Lasers.
Ryan. That was really good. That song, Ryan, by Ronald Aaron Wasserman. He also did the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme. Huh.
Ow.
From Encino.
I wonder if he's related to the Grateful Dead Wasserman.
Here we go, Ron Wasserman. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
That's some
What's
leather.
up? Man, nice leather.
It's SpongeBob. I mean, this guy's the real deal.
This guy's got credits on credits, man.
Credits on credits. We got to get him on the show. Can we get a plea tweet? Can we contact? Get in touch. Email.
By the way, Airwolf starring Ernest Borgnine, who looked like my grandfather.
Not a lot of followers on the old tweets for Ron. Let's see if we can get.
Ronnie boy.
I'm gonna follow. We'll do a plea tweet. All right, we'll keep that in mind for a plea tweet later on. Not a lot of following going on. But God bless, Ron. Love to get some info there. Love to get some info. People, 2-song set, great songs. Breaking news. Segues right into this segment that we love so much. It's time to get into a hit segment the kids love. It's for the kids. That's why we do it. They want to know. They're like, Dad, what did Clay have to say about sports? I want to know. And the dad goes, well, put on them spurs, get your 6-shooter in your holster and lasso up a little doggy. It's time to go in to the confines of the corral and see what our good old buckaroo Clayton Scrivener has lassoed up. It's time for a little bit of Clayton's. Oh, our good friend Clayton Scrivener.
All right, start the clock. We're blazing through this one.
Okay, clock. Hold on.
Okay, look.
Hold on. I gotta get the clock going. Scripts and
Come on,
go.
little doggy.
It is going, little doggy.
All right, we're going to start with football. I mean, it is the NFL.
It was
it is the playoffs, which means it's time. I mean, and this particular team is set up for a dramatic march to the Super Bowl. None other than the Buffalo Bills. They had the injured player we were all rooting for. It was going to be this. Everyone had him picked to win, and they
Sorry.
they lost.
It was a.
Which leads me to. It's all right. Leads me to ask the question: Is there a more cursed franchise in all of sports than the Buffalo Bills? I don't know that the answer is yes.
For Ryan Bradford, probably
I
doesn't
think
know
yes.
this or remember this, but Ryan, the Buffalo Bills are famous in the late 80s or just the 90s, Clay, for going to four straight.
It was the late 80s. It was the late.
Late 80s.
Yeah, four straight.
Four
And
straight.
then the famous wide.
But 4 straight Super Bowls, and Ryan Bradford, tell me how many of those Super Bowls they won.
0.
Yes, right, my friend.
He knows.
I mean, Clay, that's cursed.
Yeah. That is cursed. They had the famous wide right, terrible situation where the guy misses the field goal to win one of those. Scotty Norwood, known as one of the biggest flubs in sports history. And then, remember Buffalo 66?
I don't.
Movie?
Oh, I
Yeah, it's
do.
been going on for a long.
I never saw it.
With what's his name? The guy that had the run of art movies in the 90s.
Bad Bunny or whatever.
Yeah, that guy, the Bad Bunny guy.
It was Bad Bunny.
Brown Bunny. It was
Buffalo
Brown Bunny.
66.
Bad Bunny.
Brown Bunny.
Vincent Gallo. Kind of not a great
Vincent
guy.
Gallo. Where are you now?
Not Brown
Maybe
Bunny
he needs
is
to
what
do
I'm
a
thinking of.
Buffalo 2023. Do a little reboot. On to the next. We're gonna keep it going. What do you say? We keep it going?
I love it. What do we got next?
Well,
boy.
hyperlocal, as we know, big news out of Salt Lake City, sports news out of Salt Lake City this week was the Salt Lake Bees, our AAA affiliate of the Anaheim or whatever they're called, Los Angeles Angels.
Yeah, whatever it is now.
They announced they are flying the coop for more suburban pastures, leaving our historic ballpark, once known as Dirks Field, 100-year history of baseball on 13th South and West Temple in Salt Lake City, comes to it's a questionable future on what's going to happen there. So they're not the first sports franchise to see that a AAA affiliate. I mean, there was a lot of debate online about how this was such a terrible thing, and I was like, where were you guys? Like, were you guys going to AAA baseball? But the Vegas Stars did it. They moved out to Summerlin, and they're crushing it. That's where the kids are at. I don't know what to say. Like, these people make financial decisions. Who goes to AAA baseball games? Family and kids, and they went out to the burbs, and they're going to build a fancy new stadium out by daybreak.
Well, that's because they own it.
I'm more concerned as a downtown Salt Lake's resident and fan of Smith's Ballpark. What is next? Who knows?
You got a facility there, the mayor's office, because for those who don't know, so Ryan, this must be breaking news to you, right? Breaking news that the Bees are leaving Salt Lake City.
Very much so. Yes.
Easy, buddy. Easy. Now, here's the deal. Don't get choked up. All right, buddy. We'll survive. Okay. Don't get too sad. Clay, I was thinking about this for your sports roundup segment. I think the last time Salt Lake City proper had the three biggest teams it's had. So Jazz, Bees, or at the time Buzz, and at the time Golden Eagles.
Eagles, babe.
I think the last time we had all of those in Salt Lake City proper was 1994, 95. I think it was the last year.
Was that right? Was that when the Golden Eagles
split? Well, I guess it would have been 95 because we had 1 year or 2 years with the Grizzlies at Vivint or Delta, and it's going to go back to Delta. But then they split for West Valley, and then the Buzz and the Bees are around, the Buzz and the Bees, but they're now gone. So yeah, I mean, it is the great exodus. And I mean, they did make the deal. I mean, was that in your thing about Delta Center? But the Delta Center is coming back, Ryan. They're going to rename it the Delta Center. They have a huge long deal on it. Yeah. So maybe that keeps them downtown. They have a way better setup, Clay, with that stadium. But I mean,
well, they just redid that stadium for $150 million. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. As long as the Jazz play in Utah or in Salt Lake City, I don't see that changing.
I hope not, because Real's out. Bees are out.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies are out. So yes, kind of back
to Smith's Ballpark. Back to Smith's Ballpark / Dirks Field. I mean, there's a history there with the Trappers. Bill Murray's team in the 80s going undefeated. And then, yeah, like I said, like 100-year history of baseball being played there. But it had me thinking, like, is baseball necessarily like a baseball field like that's empty a lot of the year? Is that great for a neighborhood? I don't know. And is there something better they can do there? Maybe. It'll be interesting to see where they go. There was also some discussion about changing the name of the neighborhood from Ballpark if it moved on, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Should we do that for our shop next week? What our proposed?
Well, I heard that. What should you change it? Well, someone brought up a good point. I was reading online about this. They didn't change sugar. They didn't change the name of Sugar House. There hasn't been Sugar Made in Sugar House in a long time.
Oh, there's been Sugar Made.
Oh, there's Sugar.
There's Sugar Made.
But you know what I'm saying.
I totally know what you're saying. I mean, I don't see any. It's kind of fun to be like Ballpark and there's no ballpark. I kind of love that stuff, right? People are like, why is it called Ballpark? Because they went to the ballpark here. By the way, trivia, do you know who Dirks was? Dirks Field?
No.
He was SL Trib sports columnist. That's what they
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Sick. Man. Love that. Also, real quick. Oh, we're keeping this going. You mentioned the Delta Center. I'm so glad that Delta is coming back and sponsoring the Delta Center, so we can all just call it the Delta Center again. Right. But what is going to be happening at the Delta Center in about 2.5 weeks?
Oh, I don't know. How about the NBA All-Star Game?
NBA All-Star Weekend coming to Utah for the first time since I think 1992, 1991.
Which is crazy. I don't remember it when I was only 7, but I mean, it's coming. Buddy. That was the famous when Stockton and Malone got co-MVPs. It was highlighting the new Delta Center, right? It was that's
Delta
right.
Center
It had just
arena.
opened up. Yeah.
And so when you build a new arena, or in this case, when the Miller family in Salt Lake City decided to pony up and pump $150 million into the new arena, which I think is fantastic, by the way. The new setup at the Delta Center is fantastic. The league is rewarding them by showcasing it on the world stage. So it's gonna be exciting. I think it's the biggest sporting event that's happened since the Olympics. Easy.
And it's certainly being aimed to be hey, look, Olympics, we can put on fun stuff. We're a big city. We're a big community. So I think it's definitely, it is a aperitif. I don't know what the right word is, but it is definitely trying to...
a primer?
A primer, a showing off to the Olympic community to be like,
look, world, we can make the liquor laws disappear for up to 10 days.
And that is the breaking news. Ryan Bradford, get your ass out here to Salt Lake City over All-Star Weekend, because there'll be a 24-hour liquor store at the Salt Palace. So if you need to be sauced, you do not have to sober up at all.
Yo, bro, I got it covered.
Rock and roll. You can't handle the tooth.
There's a 24-hour liquor store at my house, dog.
Wait a minute. You can't handle the tooth.
Good stuff.
Yeah, boy.
Clay, good
and
stuff.
one more thing to close this out in under 10 minutes. The Jazz victorious against Gordon Hayward and his Hornets tonight. A blowout. Jazz sitting right at playing 500 ball this deep into the season. Nobody really saw that coming. It's hard to, we had such a hot start. It's hard to still kind of bask in the fact that this team is way better than anybody thought they were going to be. Lauri Markkanen is tearing up the league, probably going to at least be a reserve on the All-Star stage. It leads me to believe the big question of this season is, are they going to move some players before the trade deadline, and who will they be?
Well, the Canadian sensation is who I thought they were.
Olynyk is on the trade.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Olynyk, Beasley. Well, the fact of the matter is we're building towards something in the future. And so these cats that are over 30, even the ones we really like, they're on the trade block, as it were. If people are going to give us more draft picks, man, we'll see.
All we can hope for. We're in the
stockpiling.
We are in the rebuild.
Stockpiling assets.
It'll be interesting. How many actual? I mean, it feels like the All-Star Game, Clay. Just to talk about that real quick. How many? Yeah. Citizens of the Valley will really experience that. You know what I mean?
Not a lot.
It's like a thing happening in our community, but our community isn't really a part of it. But I don't want to go further.
Well, I mean, it's a nationwide, worldwide event that a lot of people come and travel to go to. The actual ball game is not great, but it's to see. It's a star. To see the stars.
I don't know if you feel the same way, but in hockey, I'm kind of like, I mean, I love the skills competition, like the dunk, but that's about it. The game itself, they did change it recently where it became a 3-on-3 tournament, and that's kind of fun.
Well, there are some places like baseball that try to make it like you're fighting for home court or home field advantage in the World Series. You know, that kind of makes it interesting. But by and large, these kind of all-star things are kind of, it's not a sport, it's a showcase, and that's just what it is. I mean, you look at the Pro Bowl in football as just a, you know, that's not real. Nice chin music there, buddy.
My friend, speaking of chin music, you have a sharp chin, sharp jawline.
My jowls.
You have just a beautiful jaw face structure, and we love hearing what comes out of it when it moves up and down in a little segment where you give us the insight on your brain, the stuff behind the gray matter behind the voice, where you go into a segment we love. Of course, it's time to go to a little thing called, we end sports right now, but it's time to go into a little thing called Clay's Insight of the Week. Clay's Insight of the Week. Clay, what do you got this week, my friend?
Well, we already talked about, I was going to talk about how is the snowfall the worst thing that can happen for the future for water in Utah, because I really thought we were making headway or making alfalfa when it came to the debate about, anyway, we talked about that. Instead, I'm just going to say this real quick. Why is it when a celebrity dies, we have to launch, and maybe this is just me like paying too much attention to social media, but why do we always have to have a debate about, you know, like an artist and a side debate apart from their music? You know, like I'm thinking specifically of David Crosby. I don't know if you guys followed anybody's like takes on him passing away, but everyone had to kind of mention that he was an asshole.
Well, if you spend,
do we have to do that?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that what we have to do?
But
now?
you spent your life being an asshole. People are gonna be like, you know what I remember about him? He was kind of, it's like Chevy Chase. The first thing people are gonna say about Chevy Chase when he dies, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah,
suck.
Totally, I'm with you. And sorry, I don't want to commandeer the insight, but yeah, he spent like the last 5 years like shit posting on Twitter.
Yeah,
that was like his thing.
And I loved it. I didn't think it was bad necessarily. You know what I mean? Like it's kooky behavior. I kind of found him more charming because of it.
I just feel like the guy was an amazing musician. And maybe he
them harmonies.
Maybe he was a little crotchety.
Little.
But we have to. I don't know. I didn't know him personally, but like, I also did. But because I heard that he was kind of a jerk, do I go online and be like, he was a jerk? Like, I didn't know him, but there's a lot of people online going, he was a jerk.
Where are you going? Where are you seeing this?
It's basically just, maybe it's my friend group on social media. Maybe I need to sue the social media companies for being exposed to this. But anyway, David Crosby. I mean, just the whole thing about social media and celebrity death I find fascinating / not fulfilling. There he is, man. Another great one of the great husks.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that look, it's iconic. The walrus
he's fighting,
mustache.
He's fighting so many.
It totally
wars.
is the walrus.
Long, balding, long hair. I mean, we don't have a lot of great balding long hairs anymore.
People don't do that.
Gallagher and David
oh
Crosby.
my God. Ryan
Breed, my friend.
Bradford, and they died not too long from each other, right?
Yeah, within a year.
Oh my God, Ryan Bradford.
In a few months.
Your brain again is working at full capacity. You've got some of the great long-haired walrus mustache. I mean, Gallagher looks to have kept it trimmer.
Who's left? You know, who's left from this class of individuals?
The balding mustache, long hairs.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anybody left.
We must pay
respect. And didn't David Crosby also wear a beret occasionally? Like, I feel like he and Gallagher were in the same league.
That's not a beret.
You're right. You're right.
It's like a woven cap.
Well, you know who the original pioneer of that look is, right? President Martin Van Buren. I mean, he started the whole thing. He's the OG, and all these guys are just biting.
He had chops, though. I'm looking at more of a.
He had the chops distracted, but he went with the chops instead of the stash. But he had the do.
Do you think did he pull it out? Because that's pretty electric. That's like he's whipping it out.
I just think everybody had kind of a windswept look.
Windswept look. It's true. They did have a windswept look. Martin Van Buren, David Crosby, Gallagher, R.I.P. Official from Polyester Blend. We've lost our long hair baldies.
MVP in the house.
Long hair baldies. Maybe that should be our next week. We rank our top long hair baldies.
Wait, I mean, there was no mustache on the Crypt Keeper, but he was also a long hair baldy.
Oh, long hair baldy. You're absolutely right. Crypt Keeper.
I mean, I don't have the hair I had when I was 15, but like,
oh my God.
What if you went into the barbershop and you're like, I want the Crypt Keeper? Would they oblige? Oh yeah.
They'd be like, oh, do you mean the Gallagher, the Crosby, or the Van Buren? Oh, you want okay, sorry, you want the Crypt, you want super thin, super long. Okay, got it. Dude, the long hair baldies, that's next week. Maybe that should be our favorite long hair baldy music. That's good stuff, long hair baldies. People, speaking of long hair but not thinning on top of robust, is the next segment here on Polyester.
Oh, that was my insight of the week. Can we just stop with the celebrity debates and just celebrate what they did? I mean, like, okay, with certain caveats. Like when Bill Cosby dies. When Bill Cosby dies, we don't need to like focus on the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I feel like there's enough. I feel like there's enough room to be like, oh yeah, David Crosby made incredible music. He was also an asshole. I feel like this is going to be the same with Chevy Chase. Like,
yes,
yeah.
He made really funny movies, but he was also an asshole.
Well, isn't that our reckoning? Isn't that our generation and future generations is the myth busting? We have too much information where we can't. Sure. We have to accept that our idols are assholes, and that's just not all of them, but like human beings are complex. And I don't think anything less of David Crosby for being a dick, because like that's just he's just
we just assume it's the truth.
He's a person.
We just assume.
I mean, like, dicks are out there, assholes are out there. I'd rather know. It's like when so recently during
but we don't know. We don't know.
Well, so
we
like
don't.
During Sports Roundup, and I know we're kind of out of it, but there was recently LGBTQ night at the Philadelphia Flyers game. And one of the players who is Russian Orthodox, who's very anti LGBTQ, refused to participate in the warm-ups where they wore rainbow colored lettering on their jersey. And, it was very upsetting and disappointing because we're trying to push hockey into a better world where, years ago, you never would have even had a night like this. Now we do, now when someone doesn't play. But someone from the LGBTQ community came out and said, listen, now we know. They let us know they're a bigot. It's kind of, at least we know. It's not hidden in the wings. We know who the bigot is. And it's like, listen, if you're going to be an asshole, let's just be open with it. And, as long as you're not, David Crosby didn't seem to actively like hurt people. He gave Melissa Etheridge some sperm. So he seems like he's a nice guy.
If you're bald, that means you got like high T. So he's got very potent sperm.
By the way, the guy had a whole liver transplant. God bless. I know it was controversial at the time.
I mean, making it to 81 was kind of a baller move on David Crosby's part.
I remember for a heavy
he had some
heroin
debilitating. Yeah, it's a debilitating health problems 30 years ago.
Speaking of debilitating health problems, you will experience that if you stick around for this next segment. One where this guy it's kind of like in Chernobyl when you get close to the radiation. This guy has got nothing but radiated bodies because he gets close to the Sunday Fundies. And what he does, he goes ahead, and so you don't have to get close to it. He
He reads them and brings them.
That's right, everybody. It's time to go to our good friend segment, Ryan Bradford's Ryan's Comics Corner. Ryan's Comics Corner, the hit segment on Polyester Blend that will never die, even though this guy wants to let it die. We must go through it quickly.
I want it to die so bad.
We must go through it. Timers
real quick,
restart.
can I just get breaking news just real quick? Let me just sorry to interrupt. Just breaking. Cool.
Oh, please.
So talking about Utah being like a place where it's changing. At the Jazz game today, boom, YG was in the house.
What?
YG.
What?
Why?
YG?
YG? I don't know. Maybe Sundance? I don't know why YG was in the house, but there he is with JC posing.
Clarkson, by the way, that's a handsome motherfucker.
I love that guy. I hope he plays with us
badass.
forever. But YG at the Jazz game, boom. See, Utah's cool. Cool, guys.
See, Utah's cool. That should be the
cool,
name of
guys.
this show. See, Utah's cool.
YG comes to the basketball game.
See, Utah's cool.
YG at the basketball game.
This is the type of bonus sports roundup that I because the breaking news. It's breaking.
It's
fresh as the headlines.
It's fresh, Girk. I mean,
Boom.
this is the stuff.
Sorry to interrupt. Carry on with your comics corner.
No. I was just gonna say peripherally on the topic of Chevy Chase. Just want to recommend the new movie Confess Fletch, which is
I love that movie. I thought it was.
I thought it was one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time.
We don't get comedies like that. John Hamm killed it. I thought it was great. Eugene Murmick as the security guard. I mean, I thought that was super funny.
You said I gotta dip to that, huh? I'm on it.
Go check it out. It's on Showtime. Ryan, update real quick. I haven't forgotten, but I am getting down to the deadline. But don't forget, this segment is brought to you by Frank's Red Hot Wings Division.
God. Show the
Schlagster's Gallon is still a gallon. So Schlagster's Gallon, the challenge for me, I have got less than a month now to get through a gallon. It'll be documented. I will go through this. Schlagster's Gallon. Schlagster's Gallon. Ryan Bradford's challenge to me. I must get through a gallon of Frank's Red Hot Sauce in a month. I will document.
Wait, are you doing the Snacker Bowl?
Snacker Bowl is in effect.
You know what? I had me and Jessica had meatless chicken nuggets last night. I was dipping it in the Frank's Red Hot wing sauce. Beautiful.
Forward to the floor.
Snacker Bowl. If you have Snacker Bowl this year, man, I could down like at least a quart of that,
buddy.
Dude.
You'll be a part of Schlagster's Gallon. Schlagster's Gallon, the hit segment that is yet to be on the show, but it will be here. You and I, you're gonna have to help the old Schlagster get through this gallon. I will just say,
I have shots.
We could do shots.
Red hot shots.
We can make some bloodies. We can make some Bloody Marys out of this. Put some stuff in there. I will just say,
oh my God.
I have prepared. I am buying an upgraded turlet. It'll have some padding. I'm investing in some a colonoscopy machine so I can make sure my Frank's see where the Frank Red Hot Sauce is burning.
Got
through.
your urologist on speed dial.
So Schlagster's Gallon will be a part of the show moving forward till I get through all of that Frank's Red Hot Sauce happily, not forcefully. Happily. Ryan, we don't forcibly have to watch comics. We're happily to see them that you provide every week. What do we got? We got a throwaway, my friend. We got a throwaway.
We got a throwaway.
Hello.
It's Duplex by Glenn McCoy.
We got a throwaway here. Throwaway, and it looks like oh my God, we have a...
Wow, a 3-paneler.
Okay, we got a 3-paneler here. 3-paneler.
All right. So, I think we've featured Duplex before.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I picked this was for my husky pals, my husky kin. This is a very husky-centric comic. So, the first panel, main guy, it says, I hate how early in the year the gym fills up with newbies who hog all my favorite machines. He's talking to a gym, like a woman who works at the gym. And the woman says, which machines are you waiting for? He's like, and final panel, he's like, vending.
Oh, I get
vending machines.
Oh yeah. What's his hand doing?
Another reason I picked this one is because that chick is so hot.
Ryan, say the punchline one more time.
Vending.
Oh my goodness.
Good stuff, Ryan. Good
Have you ever
stuff.
have you been to a gym with a vending machine? Snacks?
I
Like
would
with
assume
unhealthy
that the
snacks in it?
vending machines in gyms have significantly changed the item selection in the last 20 years. Like, I bet you could have got some chips 20 years ago. Now that's got to be off the table, right? It's only protein bars.
I'm never been to a gym with a vending machine.
By the way,
I've never
news.
been to a gym.
Breaking news, our good friend Clayton Scribner is a big gym guy.
Big gym guy.
Well, Jim Faulkner, you're a big fan of him. What's going on in the vending machines at gyms these days, Clayton Scribner?
Well, I'm a member of Planet Fitness downtown, and they used to do this thing. It was like shame-free gymming, where every Monday night they would do pizza.
What?
So you could,
what?
Yeah, you could get free pizza at the gym.
Who was providing this pizza?
Planet Fitness.
But what kind of pizza?
Were they making the pizza?
Yeah.
No. It was like Papa John. It was Papa. They'd get like 40 Papa Johns.
Racist pizza? You know what I mean? You want some racist pizza? Okay.
Well, whatever. It might have been Big Kahuna or whatever. I'm just saying they would. They don't do that anymore. They've kind of. I don't know who intervened on that idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. We have footage from Clayton when he saw the pizza show up to Planet Fitness.
Leave it. Rock and roll.
Do you ever go to the gym just to have the pizza and then not do a workout?
I'm sure people did that. I think that's probably why it's canceled. But yeah, it was a whole thing
Another
that they used to
victim of cancel culture. I mean, this is very sad. This is very sad.
They just can't do free pizza at the gym anymore.
What?
But no,
what
there's
in the
no
world
there's,
are we talking
there's
about?
no vending machines there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the throwaway comment.
Very good stuff. I love it so much. Oh boy, we're going back into it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Back
if you
into
want
Maryworth.
to get into that Maryworth, of course it's a.
Gee golly, a 4+ paneler. Whoa, God.
So that's crazy. Okay, we got to deal with that. Ryan, what do we got on
No,
this?
here we go. This is exciting because we have been reading Maryworth for long enough to be able to know the callbacks to stories that have happened years ago.
Is that good or bad? I'm not sure.
I think that's bad. But so we do remember Estelle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was the woman that Wilbur was dating, and they had that very contentious karaoke sing-off. I think she was also the woman who was on the boat when he jumped off the boat, the King of the World.
Oh yeah.
So we're back with Stella. We've forgotten Iris and Zach. That's the story past. So we're starting anew. This is a new storyline. And this is Stella at the vet. So we got the quote from Fabio Lanzoni. I believe in life you always get a second chance, by Fabio Lanzoni.
How do you spell it? Lazone. What is it?
Lanzoni.
Wait, Fabio? Fabio?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is the Fabio?
Oh, this is that. By the way.
Famous wordsmith Fabio.
He's on the brink of being a long-haired baldy.
Is that the crypt keeper?
Oh, yeah, it is him. Oh yeah.
I believe in life you always get a What happened to him that he needs a second chance? Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So, thanks. So you got the animal hospital. You got a word bubble coming out of the animal hospital. And it says, thanks for understanding about our date a year ago. I'm so sorry about that. She is talking to someone who witnessed the weird karaoke between her and Wilbur. So after Pierre and Libby's veterinarian agrees to go to dinner with Estelle, you remember Pierre and Libby Libby's the cat, Pierre's the dog. Then you just have Estelle saying, "It's a date then, Ed. I'll meet you for dinner tomorrow at 7:30. And she says, "And I promise there'll be no exes of mine showing up during our time together. That's over with." And then Ed, this veterinarian, says, "I'll be glad not to witness any more angry karaoke sing-offs. I'll see you tomorrow, Stell. And remember, give Pierre one pill twice a day for 2 weeks. You should see his energy levels improve very quickly." She says, Ed.
Right.
That's typical Ed. And she says, "Thanks again." And she says, "Come along, Pierre and Libby. We're leaving your nice vet now. Your handsome, kind, understanding vet.
Ooh!
Whoa.
I'm so glad for second chances."
It all comes full circle there.
Hello.
Very, very horny for the vet.
I guess what a weird I guess they don't have a leash policy at that vet. She's just walking out with a
She's just got him. Like,
dog and a cat.
yeah.
So
what could go wrong?
This was the woman involved with Wilbur, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope Wilbur makes an appearance in this storyline, but
he must.
Very good chances that he will. But we got the cat, the one-eyed cat, I believe, and the dog. So very excited for where this is going to.
And I'm noticing no kingdom because it's just, has it gone to hell? The kingdom.
Yeah.
What a bummer. It was like a.
That doesn't exist anymore?
No,
Or
just
the
they
comments
changed
suck?
the rules so you couldn't be nuts.
The comments aren't great.
Certainly, if somewhere on the dark web, someone's talking about this, we must seek out.
Well, there's the Mary Lit, the Twitter thing, right, Ryan? You know what I'm talking about? Mary Lit.
Mary Worth is lit.
Mary Worth is lit.
I mean, she's really leveling up. I mean, look at that guy. He's got the chin. He's got a chin, full head of hair. He's no Wilbur.
I don't get this guy sometimes.
I know
So
it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Oh my god, jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, dog. It's pretty nuts. Do you shop road? Definitely. It's fucked up. Anyway, I gotta get you guys. I still have tons of the Wilburs. Gotta get everybody the Wilbur pins. We got tons of Wilbur.
Oh man, a Wilbur pin, man. How did Christmas come and go without distributing all those Wilbur pins?
Maybe at the snacker bowl we'll do that. Very good stuff, Ryan. Another great addition where you certainly have done something. What you did is he
reads them and brings them.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're waiting on Jeremy. So what I think we should do is do a 2-song set. Then we come back and do Utah City's quiz. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
You think about that, guys? All right. Ryan, you're going to be first, then Clay. Ryan, what do you got for your next? I got it loaded up here. What do you got here?
We got the Norma Tanega, You're Dead. I don't know. Do you guys watch the What We Do in the Shadows show?
I've never seen it.
I hear it's great. The great Tom Sharpling, who I love. Tom.
It's really good. It's really good. And
Barry.
they have this song. They have this song that is in the intro that is just great. And I didn't know it was a real song. I thought it was a song written for the show, but it's this classic song from 1966 album by Norma Tanega.
Yeah, buddy. Nice pull. Nice pull.
Walking My Cat Named Dog. That's the album title.
I love it.
The song is You're Dead.
And then after that, we're going to listen to Clayton's pick and we'll talk about it right afterwards. 2-song set. We come back with Utah City's quiz. We're not going to have a judge. We're off the rails on this one. San Pete County. We do have our normal lifeline, so we'll see if they can help you two out.
Hell yeah.
We got a 2-song set. We'll be right back. Thanks for being here. Polyester Blend TV themes. TV themes is our music choice. That's why we're doing it. 2-song set. We'll be right back. Polyester Blend.
Pauly Shore. Don't sing if you want to live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. You'll never get a second chance. Plan all your moves in advance. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead, stay dead and out of this world. Run fast, don't stand in the sun. There's too much work to be done. You're down, you're down, you're down, you're down and out of this world. Don't ever talk with your eyes. Be sure that you compromise. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. Hear the unloved weeping like rain. Guard your sleep from the sound of their pain. Long gone, long gone, long gone, long gone and out of this world. When you smile and it tears your face, it's time for the inhuman race. You're down, you're down, you're down, you're down and out of this world. Now your hope and compassion is gone. You've sold out your dream to the world. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead. You're dead and out of this world.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teague's, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
The theme to Fall Guy. A show, of course, only Clay watched.
Because I'm the only old guy here.
We played songs from the 90s. Clay's like, nah, I'm not really into that. I'm in more to the Fall Guy, which was the first TV show on television, which is crazy.
Hey man, that was Slee Majors starring as Colt Seavers.
Whoa!
Who was a fall guy, a stunt man, who also solved crimes and usually and slept with a woman on it in every episode.
Hello. I love that kind of stuff, Clay. Of course, there was a.
I noticed that Second Chances permeated through the lyrics of your song. We were talking about Second Chances.
That's right.
Fabio was there. Was, you know.
Yeah.
A lyric about Second Chances in yours. Good pull, Bradford. I know you did that on purpose.
Yeah, totally.
You're just so
like, Mary Worth, Fabio. Yeah, that song.
Good stuff. I loved it so much.
Lee Majors, by the way, total asshole. I don't know. I don't know. He might have been a nice guy.
Well, hold on. Speaking of total assholes, producer Rob, are you on the line?
Oh, yeah. I'm here.
What are you doing? You were gouging at something.
Oh, I was just trying to unmute myself.
No, but you had like a thing before you unmuted that you were like.
Oh, it's like a brush to clean a mug.
So you're doing your dishes.
Yeah, I'm just doing my dishes.
Well, how's that coming along?
Well, I'm on to the Steins.
God bless. Thank you for doing that. Okay, for the heads up. People, we've got producer Rob here. We've got broken.
Since your tea consumption has skyrocketed, Nielsen, are you find yourself washing a lot more teacups? Oh, there he is. He's drinking that herbal tea. See, it's hot now.
Yeah, it's real hot. No, I just use the same teacup over and over again.
Oh, good call.
Every day. I'll wash it on Mondays. That'll be fine.
Are you are you just getting the regular grocery store teas, Rob? Or are you getting the specialty teas?
I'm generally getting grocery store teas, but I really like rooibos, and the grocery stores haven't been carrying it lately, so I did order some rooibos online. You got to
get like a tea of the month club situation going on. People, speaking of the month club, you don't need to wait every month for this. In fact, you just wait every week when we do the show for a hit segment that's been a long standard on this show. I mean, again, we've always said the Cadillac of the show. People, it's time to go to a hit segment. A hit segment that takes knowledge of the hyper-local community we've got going on here. We've talked about reformatting stuff. I've thought about doing maybe the first hour is all Utah stuff, and then the next hour is non-Utah stuff, so we could divide it that way. We'll talk about it. But right now we need to talk about one thing. Utah Cities Quiz is a game between Wright and Clayton. Utah Cities Quiz is a game of knowledge of the towns, roads, and cities, mountains, valleys, rivers, and municipalities of the great state of Utah. That's right, everybody. This is the hit game of Utah Cities Quiz. A game between Ryan and Clayton. You can see on. We're going to time this. Don't think I'm not getting rid of the timer already, or redoing the timer. So people. You can see we've been doing this game. For some time now. We're on our 78th edition of Utah Cities Quiz. We mark it every week. Mark it up, dude. We mark it every week. On the scoreboard, Clayton in purple, Ryan in yellow. And if you can't count that quickly, don't worry. We've done it for you. Currently, we are at 39 for Clayton, 36 for Ryan Bradford. Ryan's slipping. It was neck and neck for a minute. Good thing is that the circles get even more distorted. Clay is in the bottom left corner of Washington County. It's now more of an upside down L, that purple that's like humping that yellow right there. That is Tokerville, the last city we did. Clayton was victorious. Can Clayton get the next one, or will Ryan get the next one? That is the question. I'm looking on the screen right now. It looks like Clay in San Pete County, you have a commanding 3-1 lead. So you seem to have had the table when it comes to San Pete County. This is the time of the show, gentlemen. I ask you, we're going to San Pete County. Which city in San Pete County do you think we're doing? Clay, you won last week. Your guess for what city for .0025?
I'm looking at those bubbles, and it looks like we've done 4 in
Yes.
San Pete County so far.
Correct.
3 out of 4. I've got 75% working here. I don't know the ones we've done. I know that. Have we done Ephraim?
Not yet.
I'm gonna pick Ephraim. I was gonna go with some wild picks like Tabiona or Wales, but I'm gonna go with the mainstay. one of the biggest cities in San Pete County.
Correct, city.
Yep. Home of Snow College, Ephraim, Utah.
Great guess. Ryan Bradford, what do you got?
I'm going to go for Manti.
Manti. Also can't remember if we did that. Gentlemen, it is rare. It is rare that we do this. Someone got it right.
Booyah!
Someone got it right. Gentlemen, his name is the pizza eating champ of Planet Fitness, Clayton Scribner. Ephraim is the city this week, the city of Utah City's quiz. Way to go, Clay. You know, yeah, 0.025. 0.025. I was going to give you more. I was going to give you more because it is difficult to pick it. But I'm proud of you. Proud of you for doing that. Gentlemen, all people, I don't know why did I say gentlemen, all people of the planet, all people of Utah, whoever's watching, all is welcome. All is welcome. We are doing Ephraim. Ephraim is the subject of our Utah Cities quiz. And if you've not been here before, let me explain really quickly. There's five, I already suck at this. 5 questions plus a bonus. Each question is worth 1 full point to the first person being asked. If they get it wrong, the other person can steal for 0.5. We have lifelines. You have infinity lifelines. If you want to ask for help, you can ask producer Rob. You can ask Robert Gerke for a little bit of help in answering the questions correctly. We always go with the person who won last quiz, which is Clayton. They get to go first in question number 1. But before that, we must determine who goes first in question number 5 by a little beautiful thing we call the coin flip. The coin flip. The coin flip, of course, is an option between our old standard, got us through all of the Utah counties quiz, or the new, very large and in charge, if it loads, large. It used to be tiny penny, now it is large penny. Clayton, heads or tails for command of question number 5?
I'm gonna in celebration of the enlargement of the tiny penny, I'm gonna go with the new school. Heads. Click
Achievement unlocked. Baby steps.
If you would have gone old school. No!
Have I forsaken old school?
That's what you get.
Oh, people! Breaking news!
Coming live
from Robert Redford's from the bathroom at Robert Redford's mansion. This is exciting.
Yeah.
What kind of toiletries are we talking?
I was a little underwhelmed, to be honest. It was, it was like Target level hand soap dispenser. I thought it would be something a little more artisan.
Jeremy, let's just say that toilet paper, kind of a sting. You know what I mean? Because it was a sting, because it wasn't comfortable, and he was in the movie.
Thanks for.
He was in the movie.
Well, when it comes to wiping his butt, everybody knows that Jeremy's a real natural.
I was gonna say Buck Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, I'm already very into it. Jeremy, where are you coming to live on Polyester Blind? Where are you?
Well, we just said, didn't we? Yeah, I've been walking
wait, Robert Redford's bathroom? He has an exit sign and floodlights behind him? Is that okay?
It's a wild
that's a big bathroom. That's a big bathroom.
Yeah, I know. And he only has one Wi-Fi router in the whole place too, so I've been wandering around.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for being here. We know that you're in the midst of the Sundance Film Festival reporting. I mean, we know you've got credentials. This is your 3rd or 4th year talking about Sundance on Polyester Blend. You're doing triple duty tonight. You're promoting Maverick by going around. You don't work for Maverick. You enjoy the company.
I'm such a fan. Yeah.
You're like, hey,
to go spread the gospel.
You're handing out little 1 gallon gasolines just out to everybody, just little 1 galloners. And you're also reporting, but then of course, you have a third duty, which is being the judge master for both the quiz and then later on, if you can make it for you Shopro. If not, Gurky might have to step in and be the judge for you Shopro.
Yeah. I might go ahead and drive down Parley's and hope that no huge quiz discrepancies come up that need resolution.
Well, do what you must. The quiz is usually a good time where normally you don't have to worry. Maybe you could just listen and lesson in. But Jeremy, thank you for jumping in. Good to see you, my friend. All right, people.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
Okay, love you,
Jeremy. I'll have to tell you about films later.
Okay, we'll be around. Bye, be safe. All right, people, here we go.
Bye.
We're doing Utah City's quiz. Utah City's quiz, as we always do. We do a little bit of oeuvre. Clayton, your favorite. Here we go. Do you know how to say it?
We're going with a different graphic there, kind of an artistic black and white thing.
Ephraim.
How many hits does that have?
265. Kicking our ass. The next one. This is from At Your Leisure. Tim Bacon, former employee. The wonderful people over at Your Leisure. It really gives you a sense of the community. Let's check it out. Sounds like the theme to the Fall Guy. You spent a lot of time in Ephraim, Clay?
I've been to Ephraim a few times.
Gurky, Rob, any time in Ephraim?
That's Horseshoe Mountain. Oh, the European Trail. Big time four-wheeling going on there.
Not spend much time in Ephraim, so.
Well, that's Ephraim.
The Wasatch Plateau is a wonderful, beautiful thing.
This one's fun. I found this a little controversial, though. This is an ad for Snow College, which is, of course, located in Ephraim. I like the style. They did it from, one perspective, from behind this kid's head. But I just feel like they offer a little more than what's in Ephraim. You'll see what I'm talking about. Park City. Bus. They don't have buses there.
Wait, does YG make a cameo in this?
I wish. I don't think there's slot canyons in Ephraim. There's not a roller coaster. That's not in Ephraim. I mean, God bless. Go to Snow College, have fun, but that's offering a little more than what's actually there, in my humble opinion. Clay, you won last week. Last week you won. So you get to go first in question number one. We are doing for Ephraim, worth one full point. Clay, who is this person?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Little older, bud. Little older.
I don't know who that is.
Buddy, do you not know the book of Genesis? Do you not know the Old Testament?
I mean, I'm familiar with like the first 7 verses.
Are you not? I mean, this is Ryan for one full. Ryan, if you can get this, one full point.
Rasputin.
Gentlemen, it's Ephraim. This is Ephraim from the leader of the Ephraimites. I don't know. A tribe of Jews in Egypt. He is the second son of Jacob, I think is what it is. Let me see.
Okay. Now we're trending towards something I might know.
I called this question Bible shit. Was, according to the book of Genesis, the second son of Joseph ben Jacob and Asenath. Asenath was an ancient Egyptian woman Pharaoh gave to Joseph as a wife, the daughter of I don't know, all this stuff. Ephraim was born in Egypt before the arrival of the Israelites from Canaan.
The Israelites.
So this is a depiction of Ephraim from that thing known as the Bible, which I read every day and cry about how profound it is. I also get caught in my sheets when I go to bed and pull out my arm to look at my phone, and that's what that guy's about to do. Gentlemen, Ephraim has a meaning. Not unlike a lot of biblical names. I have selected and I won't tell you which ones, but I have selected 4 names for Utah cities that are biblical names that have meanings. Okay, all of these are real meanings to biblical names, all city names in Utah. My question is, tell me the right one, Clay. Tell me the right meaning of Ephraim out of these 4 options. Are you ready? You ready?
Got it.
Does Ephraim mean dedicated? Does it mean B, enclave? Does it mean C, fruitfulness? Or does it mean D, of his father? Now, all of these are actual meanings for Utah city names from the Bible. Which one is the one for Ephraim? You have 4 options. 1 full point is on the line. You have lifelines.
I am going to go with what I usually start with. I usually start with my man, Robert Gerke. That's my first.
Robert Gerke!
Turn it in.
You heard the part where I said I've never been to Ephraim?
Yes, but this doesn't
How have you never been to Ephraim? How have you never fucking... It's on 89. How have you never fucking been to Ephraim? That's bullshit. No. I don't think that's true.
He's driven.
You've driven through Ephraim. Now, you just had a heart attack? Is that what's going on? Are you okay? Where are we at?
I kind of feel like of his father, but that just seems too obvious, too literal.
Ephraim. I feel like... Never mind, I'm not going to...
By the way, this is the most Jeopardy question I've ever asked. This could be a Jeopardy question. Let's be honest. Okay, if they ask for 4 options.
I think because well, we're talking about... It's from what language?
I don't know. It's from the Bible. What is that?
That's the Bible.
It's from, it's Biblian. Biblean.
D, that's my final answer.
What'd you say?
D, that's my final answer.
B, enclave. Clayton Scrivener, do you choose?
No, D, it's in dog.
D is in dog, of his father.
That was my initial instinct, and I'm going to go with it. D is in dog.
D is in dog. Is that truly the meaning of Ephraim? Let's listen to the Lord Jesus Christ tell you the answer. I am so sorry. You've been smoten. You've been smoten.
I like to think that the true meaning of Ephraim is the friends that we made along Highway 89.
That's what the Highway Patrol's motto. I don't know if you know that. People, that means Clayton is off the table. Ryan, for a chance to get 0.05. You have lifelines. Gerke and Rob are available. D is off the table. Do we want to go with the classic ABC?
Rob Nielsen, producer Rob, what do you think?
Producer Rob.
If he ain't from him, he's for him. Dedicated.
Dedicated? Ooh, okay. I like that. I'll go A.
A, dedicated. Rob went on a 3-month fast. He climbed the mountain. He was handed tablets, 2 tablets. One of them said, do thy dishes every week. The next one said, be a lifeline on thy quiz of Utah every week. The third one said, Ephraim is, of course, meaning dedicated. And the Lord said the following. In fact, Jones, you are wrong.
Very consistent. I'm very consistent.
Very consistent. Gentlemen, I've picked out the following. The biblical name Enoch, known in Utah as Enoch, is dedicated. The town of Heber, a biblical name, is enclave. The town of Moab, a name in the Bible, is of his father. Of course, Ephraim means fruitfulness. Fruitfulness is the meaning of Ephraim.
Bam.
It's all right, gentlemen. Plenty of more points are left on the table. Ryan, your chance to pull ahead, because don't forget, Clayton has 0.0025 for picking Ephraim correctly. Ryan, are you ready?
Yes.
Ryan, Ephraim has been around since 1854. Very early settlement. Very early settlement. Ephraim's been around since 1854. It has a long history that really isn't detailed on their Wikipedia or their website. No links! Shame on you, Ephraim! Why does your website not have a lot of history links? I mean, I've looked it up. I have a huge Utah encyclopedia. It turns out there was a lot of interesting history where Ephraim became a major fort in the Black Hawk War. So there's a long history there. But people have been in Ephraim since 1854. Okay, Ryan? Okay, they've been around since 1854. But I found a video, Ryan, a video that details a fact about Ephraim. Are you ready?
Yes.
Forest City, well, it wasn't incorporated in 1854, but it's been around since then. In fact, Ryan, it is known to have this thing that is the longest lasting, the first one, the longest lasting, whatever, I don't know if it was the first one, but it's the longest lasting, continuous to this day, west of the Mississippi, Ryan, west of the Mississippi. Are you ready?
Yep.
The longest lasting thing, not the first, but the longest lasting continuous to this day. Ryan, what is it? Is it Ephraim? Is it Jesus Christ? No, I'm sorry. Is it A, an ice cream parlor? Is it B, a hydroelectric dam? Is it C, Scandinavian Heritage Festival? Or is it D, citywide sewer system? What is the longest lasting west of the Mississippi that Ephraim has? You have lifelines, 1 full point.
Oh my God. I kind of want to just raw dog this.
Ooh, turn it up.
I want to say Scandinavian Heritage Festival. C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Raw dog?
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Oh. Did you see Scandinavian Heritage Festival on the Ephraim sign earlier and that sucked you in? Anyway, it did say home of the Scandinavian.
Clay, I set a trap and you noticed it. Way to go.
It was a trap. I would have fallen straight in it too.
Clay, A, B, or D. C is off the table. You have lifelines for 0.5.
Nielsen, what you got? Nielsen!
I like hydroelectric dam.
Ooh. I hate hydroelectric dam, but I like.
Okay.
I like how sure you are, though.
I mean, I only do very sure, and I am wrong most of the time. But hydroelectric dam.
Damn, I'm gonna pick. Okay, all right. If I don't pick it, I will regret it. Ice cream parlor not tickling your fancy a little bit there?
Yeah, no, it's not.
We're going with B, hydroelectric dam. I'm not going to forsake his guidance.
Hydroelectric dam. That is what Rob says. His lifeline. He has spoken from the hilltop. At first, Clayton was dubious, was not going to follow. But he has come under the fold of Rob's wisdom. Let's see if Rob is correct.
It's a bigger machine. We're generating as much as we can right now, our maximum.
That's right, everybody. It turns out this side of the Mississippi, we have the longest continuously used hydroelectric dam. I mean, that's some Utah history right there, everybody. Doesn't generate much.
Nielsen.
Doesn't generate much. 0.0.
Credit to Rob Nielsen, man. That is a good poll.
Good poll, Rob. Good poll.
And that is from one lifeline to another. That is
Clay. You can really pull ahead. You have 0.525. Ryan has nothing. Are you familiar with this?
Ooh. No, but is that the flag of the city of Ephraim?
Correct, and it actually has nothing to do with my question. This question has to do with Ephraim.
I dig it.
No, it's kind of ominous. I like it. Is that a raven?
I'd put that patch. I'd put that raven patch on.
Well, maybe you'll want to patch this up. Clayton, it turns out in the 1970s, is my best guess, early 70s, there is a local legend, little, what is it called? Tall tale? I don't know what the right term is. There is a little tale about Ephraim.
Urban myth?
Urban myth. That's a great way to describe it. An urban myth. I got it, Girk. Thank you. An urban myth about Ephraim involving a country artist. The tale goes, Clay, that this country artist was due to perform in Salt Lake City, didn't show up, went missing, didn't know. There's articles about this artist just missing, gone. Well, two sisters go into a shop, I think it's a local diner or something, and go, "Hey, aren't you blank?" And at first they were like, no. And it turns out they finally admit it. That country artist missing from Salt Lake just left Salt Lake, ended up in Ephraim. They got an autograph from this artist. My question, Clay, which notable country artist was the one who bailed on their Salt Lake City show and ended up in Ephraim? I'll show you a little video about it in 1 second. Worth 1 full point. Clay, was it A, Roger Miller? Was it B, Merle Haggard? Was it C, George Jones? Or was it D, Waylon Jennings? Which country artist bailed on a Salt Lake City show, ended up in Ephraim? 1 full point, you have life left.
I mean, first of all 4 of these guys are capable of doing something like that.
Why do you think I picked them?
Especially George Jones. I mean, I hear that he really liked to get wild. In my initial instincts, I just thought it was a thing Waylon might do. Okay, but I'm going to go to Gurky. No raw dogs today. I'm not feeling raw doggy.
He's not feeling raw doggy. Put that raw dog away.
Oh my God.
It's a huge mistake.
Put a pin in that dog.
Well, in Clayton's mistake, it's not a huge mistake if he's not raw dogging. You know.
I kind of liked the George Jones. I was kind of on the fence between George Jones and Waylon Jennings. I was hoping to see Chris Christopherson there because that
a lot of notable drunks in the country music scene.
So yeah, I mean, pre-accident, Waylon could have ended up anywhere, and he's also recognizable.
But so is George Jones. I mean, George Jones was a superstar.
I wouldn't recognize George Jones if I saw him today.
You don't remember his sunglasses that he rocked in the 80s?
The possum.
If you feel strongly about George Jones, that's fine. I feel.
You're thinking Merle or Waylon?
I think it's Waylon. Sorry, my dog's name is Waylon. He's now confused.
Okay, all right. I'll play this game.
Yeah, I don't want to be responsible.
You're not responsible.
You got some good lifeline action from Rob.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I'm averaging not a lot of lifeline help in my days. You know what? I guess it's a mini raw dog. I'm gonna go against Skirky's suggestion. I'm gonna go with George Jones.
George Jones, the possum.
I was recently I was reading about his habits. And he just seems like the kind of guy who's capable.
Well, I just watched George and Tammy, the Showtime miniseries.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. But Clay, very bad.
So sorry, Gurky.
Lose your chance to pull ahead. Ryan Bradford, don't know how familiar you are with these country stars.
With my pride.
But you got
no, but I'm gonna go D. Waylon Jennings.
Raw dog again, my friend.
Can I get an amen?
We can play the story.
Exclusive, a Utah family's memorable encounter with country music legend Merle Haggard.
Ah!
Mama tried to tell me what to do, but
Mama tried.
Listen to this shit.
He tells the truth, you know? To me, it all comes back in country music.
This exclusive story from the time when Haggard went missing after not showing up for a concert here in Salt Lake City.
Merle.
This row of Haggard.
They got a signature from him. Let me see if I can find it.
My mother was a big Merle Haggard fan, so growing up,
Apparently, they talked to Merle. Him and his buddy were there. They convinced him. Here we go.
On a piece of cardboard from a beer box.
So they got Merle to sign the box. He hung out with the family at their house. Merle Haggard, Ephraim, Utah, some bitch.
Man, what a
little bit of story there.
Story.
Little bit of story there. Ryan,
you know what year that was?
Early 70s. I tried finding the article on the Utah story.
And did it elaborate on why? Was the why ever answered?
I think he was just kind of a mess. People, God bless. People, Ephraim, Ryan, Ephraim City. You ready, Ryan? This is your chance. You have no points, Ryan, for one full point. You ready?
Yep.
Ryan, I went to the Utah. I always go to the city website. I went to Ephraim City website, and they, my friend, they have an entry I'm very into. Ryan, according to the Ephraim website, they have an emergency siren, Ryan. They have an emergency siren. Quote, the shelter in place SIP tone siren is a fast, high, low wail. This tone might be confused with the fire siren if you aren't aware of the faster cycling of the wail. In the event you hear the SIP tone, go inside immediately and close and lock all doors and windows. Turn off all ventilation. Tune a radio to KMTI 650 AM for instructions on what to do. They then give you an example, Ryan, of the siren. Ryan, I will now play you 4 different sirens, all sirens in Utah. You have to guess which siren is the one that is the Ephraim siren. The Ephraim siren. Are you ready?
All right. Yep.
Ryan, siren number 1.
This is classic.
That's siren number 1. Ryan, here's siren number 2. These are all Utah sirens. Ryan, this is siren number 3. And Ryan, finally, siren number 4. Ryan, what is the emergency SIP you will hear in Ephraim? 1 full point. You have lifelines. I can play any of them over again.
Gurky, what do you think?
Gurk!
So, if I remember the question right, they said it would sound like it could be mistaken for a
tone siren is a fast, high, low wail. Might be confused with a fire siren.
But it repeats faster, and I think 4 is the only one that repeated faster. So
I thought so too. I'm on team 4. Let's go D, siren 4.
Final answer for 1 full point to pull ahead of Clayton to get your first point of the quiz.
Yes.
This is siren 4. The siren of sirenness.
By the way, siren number 2 is the one where we're gonna have to fire off after I drink shots of Frank's Red Hot Snacker Bowl. It's like this weird faraway, like lo-fi siren.
Of course, I'm obsessed with this because for some time now I've been following Utah sirens on YouTube. Utah sirens.
With like the bomb shelter.
I think so. What we heard,
those ones.
What we heard is the fetal code Model 5 pulse siren text ×3 at Wendover. That was number 1. The Eclipse 8 siren test, all signals at Woods Cross, Utah. Then we heard the Federal Signal Model 5 short blast at Alta, Utah. That's avalanche warning. And then the Ephraim one. Utah sirens on YouTube. Check it out.
I think helping Ryan get that one right is almost as sweet as helping Clayton get that last one right.
That is what we're going for. Gentlemen, the next question, because Ryan gets the benefit of Clay's fuck up. He fucked up.
Double.
He can
jeopardy.
pull even further ahead. Our question, we go to the Ephraim Enterprise. That's right, the Ephraim Enterprise, a newspaper from the 1913. So 110 years ago today. 110 years ago today. It was a Thursday in 1913. Okay? Capiche, Ryan?
Yep.
You have two options. Okay? Ryan, I'm going to give you a series of names. If you get the order correctly, you get 5 fucking points. Clay, you would have got the same thing. 5 points. If you get the order correctly. If you don't get the order correctly, but you get the right guess, you get 1 full point. I'll explain in 1 second. Ryan, I just am obsessed with these early newspapers because I've noticed a trend where because you didn't have voicemails or voice messages, you didn't have all these things, papers would take note of new people in town, people who were in town from other places, and they created a record, Ryan, okay? They created a record. And they would say, this person was here this last week, or this person's here this week, all these kind of things. There are 5 names, Ryan, 5 names, okay? I want you to tell me, if you get it in the correct order, you get 5 points. If you get the main thing right, you get 1 point. I want you to tell me who are the 2 people who were in town that week, who were in town, the 2 people who were just in town, so they left, but they were in town, and the person who's dead. Okay? So if you get the 2 people who are in town, the 2 people who just left town, and the dead person, 5 points. If you get the person who's dead right, you get 1 point. Does that make sense, right?
Okay. I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 5. You're going to see the 5 names. Ryan, tell me the 2 that were in town that week, starting the 23rd of January, 1913, who just left town. Those are 2 people. And who's the person who died? You have Joe Christiansen. You have Dorothea Christensen. You have Roy Hill, Sadie Bradley, and Ephraim Hansen, who are in town, who just left town, and who is dead for 5 points. And if you get the dead person right, you get 1 point. Let me know when you're ready. You also have lifelines.
What a tangled web this one is.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I got my answer.
You're gonna raw dog it?
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
You can't tell them which ones are right because I got a shot.
Well, you can try for the dead person, Clay.
No.
All right, so for the 2 that just left, we're gonna say Joe and Dorothy.
Okay.
For the 2 that are in town, I'm gonna say Sadie and Ephraim, and then the dead is Roy.
Ryan. You did not get any of them correct, Ryan. Didn't get any of them correct. That means, Clay, for 0.5, tell me who's the dead person.
Can I just take a shot at the trifecta?
If you want to do the trifecta, but the only point you can get is 0.5 for who's dead.
Okay. I believe that we're going to say Roy and Joe are in town. Wait, how does it? Okay, wait, hold on. Roy and Joe are in town. Sadie and Eve. Wait, no. Never mind.
No, try it. No, keep going.
Okay. Well, what did I say? Joe and Roy.
You said Joe and Roy are in town. Who just left town?
Sadie and Dorothy. Well, he said Ephraim just left, and it was wrong. Okay, we'll say Dorothea and Sadie just left, and Ephraim's dead.
Turns out, let's go through it one by one. Gentlemen, we can see on the screen right now.
Turns out none of us are right at all.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I was going to do a goof where I was like, by the way, don't guess Niels Abilene because she's in Sigurd. So I was going to tell you, I was going to be like, guys, don't guess Niels Abilene. They're not there. It is Joe Christensen of Mayfield is in the city.
I did say Joe.
Roy Heel of Fayette is in the city.
It was 0 points.
Ephraim is just left Ephraim. Leona Hansen was just there. Oh, sorry, this is a different one. Dorothy's dead. And then,
I did say Dorothy was dead.
No, you said Dorothy and then you changed it.
I know.
So you should have kept it. Dorothy's dead. Everybody. Gentlemen, I tried a thing. It was a new thing. We were trying.
That was
to
good. That was good.
I don't mean to flex my lifeline abilities, but I would have got all of those right.
Oh! All right, final question. It is time to write something down.
Okay.
Time to write something down. This is worth all the marbles because it's Clayton 0.525 and Ryan at 1. So whoever gets the final question is the winner of this week's Utah Cities quiz. How you feeling, Ryan? You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. And then we'll do a quick one-song break. We come back, we do You Shop Bro, and then we'll end the show.
We're doing You Shop Bro without a judge?
Without a judge. Ryan, you okay? You okay with time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys ready to write something down? Everyone can play at home. Gentlemen! Not everyone. I keep saying gentlemen. Anyone! I wanted to look. I've been a fan of this. Mallory Bateman showed me, of course, the Census 2020 Utah redistricting data, and we've been using this dashboard for some time for some of our questions. I looked at, for the first time, I wanted to look at percentage of population change. So not the exact number, percentage, okay? This could be a plus or a negative. Plus or a negative. We're looking for the number, single digit, or it could be whatever. But a digit, negative or plus, of what a town, in this case Ephraim's, population has changed, okay? So, in 2010,
okay.
This is closest to the whole, by the way. This is closest to the whole. In 2010, the population of Ephraim was 6,135. I'm asking, we now know what 2020's population is. We know that in 2010, it was 6,135. In percentage, either negative or positive, write down what the population change of Ephraim was. So, Ryan, does that make sense? Did it go up negative?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone's down. This is for all the marbles. Closest to the whole, the percentage, the number, either negative or positive, that Ephraim's population of 6,135 in 2010 changed by 2020. Clayton and Ryan, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Ryan, you were ahead,
Ready.
so I'm going to ask you to go first.
I say plus 7%.
Plus 7 for Ryan. Clay.
That's a plus 8.5.
Plus 8.5. Robert Gerke, producer Rob, did you play along?
Ooh.
I said 2.69%.
Wow.
Perfect. Love it. I said -3.
Which is interesting because, like, we're talking 6,000 people, single digit changes. That's only a couple hundred people in 10 years.
So,
Interesting.
I will say, and I don't know if it necessarily matters, but Ephraim is the largest city by population in Sanpete County. I will also say that it remains the largest city in Sanpete County according to population. The most notable fact, though, is that sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up real quick. Okay. The notable fact is that Mount Pleasant, Mayfield, Wales, and Fountain Green, all in Sanpete County, saw a population percentage change of plus 12%. Moroni saw 9%. Gunnison saw 7%. Manti and Sterling saw 5%. Fayette said 1%. In fact, the worst population differential percentage was in fact Ephraim at negative 9%. Producer Rob, you got it the closest.
No. This guy, 2.69.
Yeah, but he said negative.
He said negative 3.
Oh, he said negative 3. I thought he said 3.
You're broken, Gert. You're broken. Producer Rob gets it right, but more importantly, Ryan Bradford, you pull one question closer. You got it closer to the hole. Ryan Bradford, you are the winner of Ephraim, holding down your Sanpete County, letting Clayton know that that's where your family comes from. Right, Ryan?
Woo.
Woo.
Yep.
Woo. Woo. Gentlemen, I'm playing one song. Way to go. Love the very big ending. I'm gonna get the You Shop Bro ready. You Shop Bro coming up. We have a fourth entry. He's very pessimistic. I don't know if I did a good job. I don't know. We'll see how well he did. Great quiz, everybody. We're gonna come right back after one song. I'm gonna play the only song that matters. Frankly. I'm gonna play what spawned the theme for tonight. I'm gonna play the theme to Night Court. One song set, 3 minutes long. We come back. You Shop Bro. We end the show. Thanks for being here. We love you all. Night Court, the original theme, tonight's TV theme music. Same. We come back with You Shop Bro. Volume 1. R.I.P. Marky Post. We We love you so much. We miss you so much. We miss all Harry. All the people who went through that night court and are now
Roz,
Thelma, Scooby Doo.
Wasn't the black guy named George?
I can't remember. I'd have to go through.
Roz and Bull are still alive.
Roz and Bull are still alive. Thank you, Rob. Producing.
Oh, no, but we missed them.
Guys always producing over there. People, we must get to it. That was the theme to Night Court. Our theme tonight in music for TV themes. TV themes. We must get to it, people. It's time to ask the age-old question that we do here on Polyester Blend. We must ask people. We must go. You shot, bro? You even shot, bro? Sorry, there's Ryan's from last week. Ryan, big fan favorite there. What you produced,
winner.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing. I've got the shops in place. I'm going to put them up.
Mine's not very good.
A lot of people. I was trying something, and thank you all for trying along with me. What I was trying to do was there was a Reddit post that I just thought was silly and funny. Because that's what we do on this show. We're trying to laugh. We're trying to have a goof.
It's funny.
It was a cute thing. I don't know if it was real or not, but it just led to this idea. Someone, let me see if I can find it. Was it from 2 weeks ago, maybe? So someone on SLC Reddit, again, I don't know if it was like they were being a goof or if it was sincere, but the people of Reddit treated it like it was sincere. And it was someone who, again, posted that. There was a lot of elk in town, by the way. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah,
a lot of elk in
there's an
town.
elk thing.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here it is. Someone posted, and it could have been a goof, but it was like, is the Great Salt Lake gonna dry up? No, it's this one. Someone was like, what are these crystals? And it was a very sweet, like, I could see if you're not from here, it would be confusing. You're like, why is there stuff on the ground all of a sudden? I don't know. And of course it's salt to make the ice go away. But I was like, well, we could have fun with this in our shop. We could have fun with this. Why don't we see what the old Poly, the Husky boys, the Poly heads could come up with? And that is why I am asking, what is this stuff? Well, we're trying to figure out what is this stuff?
What is this stuff?
What is this stuff? So, Ryan, did Ryan really win last week? Oh, that's gross. You know what? You're out of it, Gurky, because you have something. Producer Rob!
Yeah.
You're gonna have to judge. You're gonna have to judge, dude.
All right.
Okay.
I like this.
So he's doing the dishes.
We have no idea what his values are. You know?
Also, if you could judge it and give it its closest plate equivalent or dish equivalent, you know, this is like a fine china. This is like a gravy boat. You know, while you judge, feel free to fill that in. Okay.
How is he supposed to pick between all those gravy boats, man?
Well, that's, you know, this is the challenge. I mean, he can really get behind. Ryan, would you quickly say yours was Blue Mystery or Crystals?
Blue Mystery.
Okay, that's yours. Okay.
Mine's Crystals.
Ryan, you won last week. I got one from Gurky. I've got one. Ryan, you won last week, so you hold the honor to either go to first or you can make one of us go. It's up to you, buddy.
I'll go first.
Oh, not a good sign when you go first.
I know. I wanted to go first, set the bar real low.
Not great.
So what do you got, buddy? Tell me what's up.
It's not
all
great.
right. It's not great. You can just go ahead and show it.
Oh, wait a minute. Not great. I already know it's great. Are you saying, wait a minute?
This is their kidney stones from the Blue Man Group.
He's got. Why is he was so worried people are going to find out they have kidney stones?
Where is he peeing? Where is that? We're in Shuttershock hell.
Yeah, that's a good point because, like, if you notice, the original is is
Who's Buzzabinko 22?
The original's on concrete, right? And he's out there, or they're out there.
they're peeing. I mean, you're peeing a lot with the kidney stones.
It's an explanation.
Why are they so suspicious?
I could not find an in pain version of the Blue Man Group.
Did you Google
very
Blue
emotionless?
It's suspicious.
It looks like they're afraid that they are human, like they can't admit that they are human enough to have kidney stones, but weird enough that it would be blue. It's like that's what they're afraid of people finding out. You know what I mean, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, but comfortable in the fact that nobody will know that they're Blue Man Group kidney stones,
and that the Blue Man Group would have blue kidney stones.
Passing like a million stones.
It's hard being a blue man.
I mean, what do you think it takes? Whatever they do to turn blue really messes with their kidneys.
A lot of percussion really solidifies the kidney stones in your gut.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and I mean, Jeremy's not here, but I'm just gonna say, it looks like a dick. I mean, there looks like there's a dick in there, so I'm just gonna say looks like dick. Looks like a dick is in there, so that's clear. You know what I mean?
Rob, how's this gonna go? Rob, do you have a commentary, or are we just gonna plow?
Yeah, Rob, do you have anything to say, or do you want to move forward?
Look, I've always known the Blue Man Group to exhibit extreme stoicism.
Ooh.
And self-discipline. I do not know about their dietary preferences. Like, I assume they eat and drink, and could be given to some kind of problems that would lead to such horrendous conglomeration.
Wow.
Just horrifying.
I think it's
very
Can I
painful.
point out that it looks a little purple to me?
Oof. You know what? That's a good point, Gurky.
Well,
Flub card.
it's coming.
That's
okay.
a flub card.
Okay, so
that's a flub card.
Sure. Yes, Gurky, but it's coming right out of the dick. Right out of the dick. This is a live photo,
There's probably blood in there, and so blue and red makes purple.
Exactly.
I think the implication here, Gurky, is that they're blood. because there's I don't see any red.
Yeah,
I don't see any liquid. I think he's just hissing
bleeding out of his dick.
Blue shards of.
I could already say that this shop is going to have the most discussion.
Well, all right, Ryan. Gross stuff. We can come back to it. Gross stuff. Ryan, who do you want to go next? Clay, Gurky, or me?
Let's do Clay Dog.
Clay Dog.
I'll just say that.
I'm sorry. The crowd's already very upset.
Wow, this is not as awful as Tim Bacon's Francis McDormand shop. This is pretty bad. It's just dumb. Anyway, pull it up.
Okay. All right. So what we got here? This is Clay's.
So stupid.
Clay's. Sorry. The Clay's.
That's
just 4-pack. That's just 4-pack. That's just 4-pack. Oh, sorry. There's the wrong one.
They're 4-pack crystals.
4-pack. Okay. Whoa. Wait a minute here. Whoa. We got it. We're zoomed out. We're not.
It's stupid.
It's a meth. You went with the meth.
Yeah.
We all thought about the meth, but I thought it was kind of obvious. That's just me. I don't know.
I know. I was playing it right down. I right down the middle. I took a swing. Hopefully it hits a single there.
I mean, everyone thought it would probably be meth. That's pretty obvious.
It looks like kind of the kind of street corner where someone would spill meth. You never know. I don't know.
Oh boy, coming in hot.
Oh shoot, he's come back.
Rob, you're gonna have to work with him. Oh, to joy. The correct judge is here. But Rob, I will say, Jeremy, you're gonna have to work with Rob on this one because Rob has already given his feelings on Ryan's. We'll circle back to Ryan's, but Jeremy, we're doing what that salt. What do you think that salt is? The
Just
salt.
a heads up, Jeremy. Ryan's is just a study in body horror.
Right. So
what's catch me up?
So really quick, Jeremy, just so you know, we're doing what is this? So there was someone on SLC Reddit was like, "What's this stuff?" And it was clearly either a goof or someone who has never seen salt to clear up ice. Okay, so they posted a photo being like, "What's this stuff?" So Ryan started off stuff because he won last week, and he was like, "One of the Blue Man Group had kidney stones." Okay. And the kidney stones are now coming out of the Blue Man's dick, I'm assuming, or maybe just a portal.
Is that the Blue Man Group or Dr. Manhattan?
Ooh, good question.
It's Blue Man Group.
Okay, it looks kind of supernatural rather than just a guy with the blue face. But
Right.
Boy,
here we go.
And Rob brought up and Rob is judging with you this time, Jeremy. And Rob brought up a good point that the Blue Man Group is known for its stoicism. They don't really, show emotion. So it is a little bit different. Rob can say anything else he feels. And then right after that, Clayton went with the maybe the most obvious shop I've ever seen. He was like, "Oh, it's
Heisenberg."
He went with like, "Oh, it's meth," and then the clever phrase "knock knock."
Sometimes
bitch.
the simplest joke wins.
We've noticed it to have
I have to poop.
And then Ryan, who do you want to go next, Gerke or me?
Let's do Schlegel.
So mine, of course, was I don't think you guys. I can see a little bit better than most people. So, in fact, what happened here was a lot of people don't realize that. Are you guys all familiar with the show Guts from Nickelodeon? Do you guys remember that show at all? Anyone remember that show? Anyone at all?
No.
So Guts was a hit show on Nickelodeon.
It's such a hit that no one but Schlegel
where the end of the game led to so it was a bunch of sports competition, but then you had to climb.
Oh, cool.
You had to climb the aggro crag. Okay.
So we're trying to make another Double Dare.
Absolutely. A little bit more extreme.
Mm-hmm.
So you climb the aggro crag, and then you go down there, and then if you win, you get a piece of the aggro crag. Okay. But if you notice that when you make it to the top of the aggro crag, you actually slam something and something spits out the aggro crag. And it turns out, I love how much I have to explain this. The aggro crag, if you slam it, it's happened so many times in Salt Lake City, a bunch of those aggro crags, the pieces ended up on the streets of Salt Lake City. So just a bunch of aggro crag. It's just, if you zoom in, it's just a bunch of pieces of the aggro crag. Our music theme was TV themes. So just so you know, I was just doing a TV show where the aggro crag, it's just a bunch
Well,
of...
if we were awarding which shop required the longest explanation, I think Schlegel has this one in the bag.
What do we got for Gerke?
So Clayton, love your shirt, by the way, man. We don't have to plaid.
Thanks, brother.
We also went with a very similar shop theme, a very obvious similar shop theme. So let's just go to it.
Okay, so that's 4-pack. We've already seen this before. Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. Okay. Is that bath salts?
That's me falling down on the sidewalk and spilling my bath salts.
By the way, I've noticed a trend, Gerke, where you're really putting yourself in.
He loves it. He loves it.
He always puts himself in the shops. I'm noticing a thing.
It's the same photo as last time. There was a time crunch.
Is that your real hand?
Because we remember, Jeremy, this was last week when the fun.
Yes.
Man.
I've got issues. It's really a plea for help more than a shot.
Clearly, absolutely.
Kind of shows how versatile a photo can be too.
It's true.
But yeah, so I spilled my bath salts on the sidewalk. I apologize for that.
Solid.
Pretty great stuff. So quickly, Jeremy, we've got our good friend Ryan Bradford with the Blue Man Group passing a kidney stone. We've got our good friend Clayton Scrivener, doing a thing. And then me with the
Astro Crags.
The aggro crag. Aggro crag. So they're just tiny little trophies of the aggro crag if you zoom in. And then, of course, Robert Gerke with his famous himself.
So, Rob, is it just me or did...
No, work with Rob. You should work with Rob.
Yeah, he's been judging. I feel like
So
maybe
I would like to.
the
I would
A game
like
wasn't
to
brought.
hand out- yeah, I don't feel like I'm in a position to argue to like choose a best, or who is the overall best. I feel like I can just hand out prizes to everybody. Schlegel, yours is certainly the best wallpaper.
Oh yeah, you could tile that shit.
Yeah, you could you just cover your walls in that, and it would be.
It almost looks like a magic eye with the resolution, which was a gag in another recent thing.
Yeah. Clayton, yours is just wins for like most straightforward.
Yes, easiest.
Yeah.
Not complicated.
It's
Yes.
Clayton's gag didn't require him to pull up a bunch of YouTube videos of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
See, there's this show. It was on AMC. There was a guy who cooked meth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And,
I would say that it's just like so straightforward. Thematically, I get it.
I get it.
Bradford, I would say that yours, or wait, sorry, no, we got to go back to Gerke. Gerke, yours is the most aesthetically pleasing. I enjoy looking at that. It is.
Makes you feel good.
I had a good time looking at it. And Bradford, yours is certainly the most horrific.
I think Schlegel helped me out by flipping at 90 degrees or 45 degrees. I could have done that.
I think the level of blueness in the blue man's kidney stone was kind of disturbing. Like urine and kidney stone.
I feel like someone could teach a college course on this shot, man.
People were arguing it was very purple.
Yeah,
You're the only one who said that, I think. If I remember correctly.
It's the blood. We decided it's.
Oh yeah, it's the blood of the blue.
It's moist.
Are you suggesting Schlegel was trying to downplay the quality of other people's shops?
No.
He was just repeating something he had said, and he was saying people were saying.
Yeah,
he
people
used the plural,
people
and
are just
wanted
saying.
to correct him.
He is a
I just wanted
people.
to correct him.
No, a lot of people
It
were
was a
a lot of people whispered and Jeremy said out loud, it's a flub card. I mean, it's for sure a flub card. And then, I know that Ryan has been sending some text to Jeremy, and that's a kiss ass card. He's really been kissing ass, trying to get, but it's really out of the out of the urethra. It's not the ass. So, Ryan, I mean, maybe your kiss assing will pay off. I don't know. That's
Or I'll get him a dick card.
which it could. You never know. And then, I mean, to be honest, let's just say I'm gonna go ahead and say Ryan. Yeah, it's a logical fallacy card. I mean, it just really doesn't. It's a loaded question, special pleading, slippery slope. You got a lot there, right?
It's like in Herodotus, the histories. He's like, you go far enough, you're in Africa, and they have black skin and their semen's black.
Jesus God.
It's just like
that's the end of Polyester Blend. We'll be back.
Where did this come from? Where are we going?
Well, Herodotus, the first written Greek history.
We're not. We were doing the Bible earlier, so we are doing our classics.
Yeah, we're just talking about classic Greek texts that
is outdated as fuck.
At the time, he thought he was providing accurate information.
Oh Jesus God! Before Jesus.
It's that same section is like once you reach a certain point, like he describes the landscape as like a cartoon loop, basically. Like where there's like a hill that's the same size every.
So like Mario Brothers.
You just keep going forever, and you get
like early Nintendo.
It's kind of amusing that this was like, okay, let me write this down. I'm gonna
keep that going
for everyone. Well, not type, chisel it.
All right,
chiseled, whatever they did.
Jeremy and Rob. We're
just talking a lot to get around the fact that
we're read this pamphlet when the fun stops. We're there. What do you think?
I think this week's entries are where the fun stops. I expect more from you. Sometimes I'm like, these are also good. I don't know which to pick, and this time, I can't say that's my feeling. But
we all get a phoned it in card, I guess.
Ooh,
yeah, phone. There we go. I'm gonna give it to Gurky for his bath salts because that's not the most.
Come on, Jesus.
Like I think that's just what happened.
Rob, any strong objection?
Look here. Jeremy's the true judge.
You already said it was pleasing to the eye.
It is the most pleasant to look at.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Also, it gives you the raw material to have. You could put a penis in there if someone wanted to. So it gives you some things to look forward to, maybe.
It's true.
Lends itself to a sequel.
It's true. Sleep Bomber, the one and only Jordan. Good to see that you're in here as well. Congratulations, Gurky. You said, I did it so late. But your skills, bro, even if a late entry, you got the skills. You know what I mean?
I thought I was going to get docked because my label is just kind of slapped on there.
I think it's kind of fun.
That's perspective on that, buddy.
I just picture the same photo. I just love it every time. Gurky, congratulations. You're this week's You Shop Bro winner. We normally would go around the round table. We're at 15 minutes. It's pretty good for us when it comes to You Shop Bro. A jam-packed show.
Yeah.
We started. We're under 3 hours, Ryan. We're cut 20. We cut 20. Okay. And we did do all the segments. So next time we'll cut one of the segments. Ryan, we're getting to that 2 hour goal. I'm also hoping for no technical difficulties next week. Gentlemen, it's very defeating, but I think I figured it out. I think I know what it is. So we should avoid it next week. We'll be back in proper form. We're going to get more from the KTRD studios. We're going to get more from a character we haven't seen for a minute. Can finally focus on that. I was going to do spaghetti. I was going to do Bucket of Spaghetti, Ryan, your great article on Awkward SD about Bucket of Spaghetti. But Andy Larson, the great SL Tribune jazz writer, did a review of Bucket of Spaghetti today. So I cut that segment because I was like, I don't want to.
No.
He already did it.
We're going to do it all justice.
Maybe we could ask Andy to come on the show next week and give his opinion. That'd be fun.
We sleep on a good thing. You see what happens.
We all eat buckets of spaghetti.
Well, Ryan and
while we watch The Relic.
Oh my God. And by the way, I really must announce, it's been a couple weeks. We haven't had a chance to try talking about it. We're going to have to get to The Relic next week. There's no time tonight. We must end it. Gentlemen,
damn shame.
We did a lot, and thanks for sticking with us during the technical snafus. I'm sorry about all that, but I think we got it straightened out. Check out
I did not stick with you. I watched a British movie.
We'll talk about it. I want to know if there's any baldy long hairs in it. Gentlemen,
what was that?
I always say gentlemen. I got to stop saying that. Everybody, Because I don't want this just to be for us.
Slept outside before.
Okay, whoever wants to join can join. Okay?
I'm going to bounce up.
Love you, Ryan. Goodbye.
Good night. Love you too. Bye.
We'll be back next week. More fun and merriment for all those people. We're the ones talking, but we don't have to just be Arizona moon, keep shining.
Keep shining
from the desert sky above. Oh my God. You know, pretty soon that big yellow moon will light the way back to the one you love. Blue shadows on the trees. By the way, the shadows, thank you for the OBS boards. That's how I found out how to fix it. Little cowboy, close your eyes and dream. It's actually going to help in future episodes. All of the doggies are in the corral. All of your work is done. Just close your eyes and dream, little pal. Dream of someone. Dream of technical difficulties going out of the way. I think we're going to be clear next week. I hope we're going to be clear. I'm going to start the show so much earlier. What if I start the show before 8 just to see? Blue
Never know.
Shadows on the trail. Soft wind blowing through the trees above. All the other little cowboys back in the bunkhouse now. So close your eyes and dream of what the show could be next week. I want to add so much more.
Dream of better shops.
Better shops, better show. We've got a whole year, 2023, the year of the Husk, the 3 Husky Boys, the year of 2023.
The year of the Husk.
We are continuing to try the year of the Husk. We're going to keep trying to work harder and harder, just to make fun and just have a goof. And you know, we're just going to. I want to leave it all on the table, Girk. That's what I want. Well, Girk, who doesn't care? Clay, the Podfather. I want us to be like, we did it all on Polyester Blend, and we're going to try that again next week. Be safe. Take care of each other. Rights for all. Trans rights, 100%. We'll see you next week. We love you. Take care of each other. Bye-bye. Polyester